hope that everyone has underestimated my potential for just massive destruction.
Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and fucked her.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
That's fire.
The streets, bitch.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then the this life's gonna eat and make mistakes real fast. Then you learn how to beat them. If you tear off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic. Got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. I'm built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I can change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
What's wrong with Angela?
Late night crew, what the fuck is going on, man? Happy Saturday. Say what's up to your boy. 14 blocks and running. Light work. That was just light work. Karis, what up? Chadrick. Javon Barksdale. The motherfucking goat is in the building.
What's wrong with Angela?
Nopper with that 40 piece. What the fuck is a 40 piece? Bob. Hush. Tracy. J-Dub. Nicole. Elizabeth. What's up, Kendra? I was wondering when somebody would catch what it was. Kara, what's goody? Latasha, what up? Don't play with my yo-yo. What's happening? Anita, Stella, Paige, Hood, we in here. Scott, what up? Jerry, what's happening? Thanks for the email. I spoke to someone today. Yes, I did. I spoke to someone today. I spoke to a few someones today. Are y'all niggas still saying that Andrew Holmes ain't with the feds? Is that what y'all still holding to? Okay. King. Tracy, what up? Only thing missing was a citizen's arrest. Nigga, I can't do the police shit. You know me. I just can't go that far. I drove the cop car to work and blew it up before I went into work. I just didn't want nobody to know. I want everybody to know I was a real one. We got some bombshells tonight. Jason House will be coming at a date to be determined. You got to remember one thing. When I hit Jason House, this was the night before everything came out. Jason House is a big fan of the show. No, I did not ask him about getting anything on the warrant list. I'm going for that Mayor Henyard surprise. I want him to see it and then decide in a moment, what? Oh, hey, a supersede motion. No. Page 13. The fuck is this? Courtside seats to the Bulls Warriors. Item removed. Fuck! Almost got there. Josh, what up? The pain is a coming next week. Hey, News. I've been doing some research on y'all too, and the pain is a coming with your bitch ass. When I tell you the pain is a coming, Andrew, I've been doing some research, and nigga, you about to cry in the car. You about to cry in the car. You see, y'all already doing too much. I don't want to start roasting this nigga. I'm trying to be serious because we got some deep shit. I know everybody's like, the news on Dalton is slow today. That's because you niggas ain't doing no real research. If you do real research on this motherfucker, you will realize it's never a slow news day. Andrew Holmes turned himself into the FBI. What the? All right, bro. Okay, man. Don't nobody want to listen, man. Let's start from the top, okay? Andrew Holmes turned himself in to the federal authorities. Now, I want you to tell me who, with a link, video, or something, who said that he did not turn himself into federal authorities. Who said that? Remember, Andrew Holmes the same nigga that be calling the news. Hey, nigga, I'm on the way. Nigga, did you call the news telling you on the way? Where you at, kid? Where you at, kid? Hey, news, you running out of time. Hey, Andrew Holmes, I got a question for you, bro. Have you ever leaked anything to the news? I'm just asking. I just want to know, is that something you do? I mean, because you winning right now. You the only rape victim ever, or not rape victim, but alleged raper. You're the only alleged raper ever to have more people mad at the girl who might have covered it up. This is unprecedented. But I'm about to put y'all on some game, and a lot of motherfuckers are going to say, oh, that's fake. Good. I'm glad you hope it's fake, because I tend here's one thing. Here's a rule of thumb for me with this shit. Dalton people have complained several times. They have complained about not being heard. So much so that one of their trustees, and I don't ever say this as a diss, I say it because that's what makes me go, all right, I'm gonna help. Nobody's coming to help us. Why do they feel that way? It's because the people that are on the ground with the actual stories, nobody believes them. Their stories get suppressed, and then if they do get out a little way, people don't believe them. Why? Because they don't have some type of mainstream stamp on it. I'm about to school you niggas on some shit. Prepare to be shocked. Prepare to be shocked. Let me get this shit nice and prepped.
Here.
Hold on. No, hold on, kid. News. The news ain't gonna be quiet on this nigga much longer. The news got y'all niggas feeling like, and that's the only reason why y'all believe that Andrew ain't turned himself in is because the news didn't tell y'all he did. And now y'all understand why the news lie, because they know it works when they lie. We saw with our eyes all them niggas out there in one news station go, yeah, nigga, the police said they didn't arrest him. Nigga, we never said they did. And Scott, thank you, Scott. And what up, Diggity? And who has come out and said the feds don't have him? Nobody. I've been waiting for one outlet to come out and say the Federal Bureau of Investigation has not made any contact with Andrew Holmes. And they can't, and they won't. We smart over here. We not stupid. Balls and strikes. Balls and strikes. Let me ask you this. You think the news ain't seen Tommy G's video of fucking Lacey violating a nigga's civil rights? Well, they can't tie that to Tiffany anyway, so they're not going to report on it. Uh-oh. Over 1 million people have seen Chief Lacey violate a nigga's civil rights on camera. And the news knows this too, and they just don't give a fuck. Because Tiffany ain't involved. Now, if Tiffany was on camera doing that shit to Tommy G, oh, you bet it would have made the news. So, did any of you niggas find a bunch of photos of Tiffany Henyard before 2013? The answer's no. The answer's no. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't lie to me. Don't play with me. Play with your bitch. What up, Jackie, Mara, Rhonda, David, Burgundy Blue? What's happening, Burgundy Blue? Burgundy, let me ask you a question. What is an outlet? What is a news outlet? All a news outlet is the motherfucker that reports on shit, right? What makes us believe Channel 5, Channel 14, Channel 9, Channel 32, Channel 175, whatever? What makes us believe them? Because they generally be on the ground. And they'll have a clip or two. That'd be enough for us. We in an era now where we don't need them to be on the ground, because we actually have people who not only be on the ground, but understand the ground they on. Because there's several times the news will be on the ground. They don't know these people. They don't understand these people. They don't understand this neighborhood. They don't understand the politics. Now we have people who be on the ground, who understand the news, who understand the politics. This is why Dalton is winning, is because they public officials know, like, YouTubers wasn't their first choice, but now they have learned that, damn, we should have probably went to the YouTubers first. Yeah. The news and Andrew Holmes are fucking. I stand on it. I don't have an official statement from Jason House, but I will say he is disgusted about that news. That's all I will say. Jason House will be here soon. He gave me his word. And shit's crazy right now. I want to shout out Bert Odelson. Big shout out to Bert Odelson. I see you, sir. I'm a very, very patient individual. I ain't going nowhere on this story. I ain't going nowhere on this story. Burgundy, don't you be out in the streets? Ain't you from there? You be out in the streets there, don't you? Do you be out in the streets of Dalton? Ain't you out? Ain't you from there? Ain't that where you be on your channel? Man, y'all niggas ain't got, bro, them commercials come on automatic, bro. I don't be chasing that bread. Skip them commercials, bro. I don't be giving a fuck, bro. I don't chase the money over here. I know a lot of people be like they do or whatever, and I appreciate the support or whatever, but I'd rather motherfuckers be here than in the commercial. Fuck them commercials. I have it on, and I have it on the lightest thing possible, but it does it automatically. I don't be tripping like that. Bro, Stella, they be calling this nigga so. Hey, Andrew, they be calling him like he 911. I saw Andrew Holmes hand a chick a flyer and say, if you get hit by a car, call my 800 number. What the fuck? Fuck would I call you? Why would I not call 911? I saw some motherfuckers get locked in the house and they like, Andrew will be here in a minute. I'm like, to do what? Yeah, I got my ass sense and everything, but God put me in my place some years ago. I don't have to chase the bag. Just do the work and I don't have to worry about shit. Less emphasis on money. Like right now, everything on my merch store is at cost. I don't make a single penny off my merch store right now. I changed it and I haven't changed it back, and I just haven't cared about changing it back. So I don't be chasing bread like that. Yeah, I have a PayPal, and our goal is $20 a night, and PayPal and Cash App goes $20 a night, and I don't even stress on that. God told me I don't have to. Yeah, Holmes will chase them down for me. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I saw it on the channel, so I thought that was just like, you know, news. Shit. My bad. Just the players fuck up. Cause I'm coming up to Dalton here soon. I got multiple safe houses in Chicago, so it ain't even like I gotta stay in Dalton. I don't have to worry about getting no place to stay, none of that shit. I just gotta get up there. But I done said enough about Chief Lacey, nigga. If a nigga see me, I done said enough about Lacey that if a nigga see me, it's gonna be, they gonna want to talk to me. I ain't never threatened that nigga. I don't threaten physical violence and shit on people. I'm God's son. I don't do violence. Hey, ain't you the nigga that called him the fat stubby motherfucker? That's me. Say that shit now, you fat stubby motherfucker. It's America, nigga. I got the First Amendment rights. Suck my dick, Lacey. You put your hands on me, I'm going to sue you, and you will not have qualified immunity, you fat bitch. So yeah, I gotta wait till shit cool down before I take a trip to Dalton, you know what I mean? I gotta wait till shit just cools down and takes, you know what I mean? Cause they don't like a smart mouth nigga that know his rights. That is not a nigga they want to see in Dalton. They don't want to see a nigga like me at all, bro. I will sue the shit out of your fat ass. What's your name and badge number? You want some of this, sir? Come on in. Show me your ID. Nigga, IDs. I'm gonna do like that one YouTuber. It's this one YouTuber when the police ask for his ID, this nigga pull out them magnets from the refrigerator, the I and the D. He's like, here's my ID, and it be the 2 refrigerator magnets. Yeah, and the fucked up thing is I'm not gonna sue the village. I'm just gonna sue you. I'm not suing the village. I don't want no Dalton money. I want your money because I'm gonna take your money and give it to them. Well, I'm a business owner, so I have one, you know. Glock was happening. Gracie, what up? Tawana, look. Let's make sure the news ain't said nothing about these motherfuckers, which they ain't. These niggas ain't said shit. But we gotta shed some light to a motherfucker on Facebook that goes by the name of Jedidiah Brown. Jedidiah Brown is on the ground. Y'all know that type of shit be important to me. On the ground. That means you there. You see. You talk. You can take what this nigga say as a grain of salt, but I'm telling you this. I put it on everything. Andrew Holmes getting popped for rape this week was not a surprise. Multiple people, let me say that again. Multiple people on the ground in Dalton are not surprised. And more information is going to the authorities.
Tactical nuke incoming!
What, my link's not in there? Yeah, scroll up. Somebody's put it in the chat. Here, I'll pin it in the chat. How is it not in the description? Because I don't be caring. You see what I'm saying? I just proved it right there. I don't even be caring like that. I be forgetting, but let me do a shout out to my mods. Shout out to Janice. It wasn't the mods. It was just me. I actually was the one that put it in. It was not Bob. Bob did not grab my phone and put it. I actually was the one that clicked it. I know, Janice. I appreciate it. Good looking out. All right. Back to the coverage, man. Y'all getting me sidetracked, nigga. Shout out to the squad.
Greetings, family. How you doing? This is your boy Jedidiah, aka Black, and as you know, I am home here.
Time out. Shout out to Jedidiah. How you gonna be known as black and I'm low-key blacker than you? Come on, man. Come on, bro. We supposed to be friends. And so what am I? If you black, what am I? I just want to set some ground rules. Come on, Jedidiah, man. You low-key sneak this. This is low-key a sneak this, bro. If you black, then who am I, bro? Come on, man. He already sneak dissing me. Yeah, now I'm Onyx. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Maybe just blacker. That's racist. Yep, that's racist. I'm blue. Yep. Even more racist.
In Illinois, and I'm specifically here because I was asked to look into the matters that are surrounding Dalton, Mayor Tiffany Haynard, loosely, and primarily Dalton trustee and activist Andrew Holmes, and allegations that have been hurled against him. I want to try to put this video in context, and I would like to be as thorough and as quick as possible. Please be patient with me as I try to get through this as fast as I possibly can. But I was basically called in by people who
He type it like that too. Tiffany Haynard.
are of civilian capacity and official capacity to do what I do. And if you know what I do, then you know what I do and how I do it and who I'm connected to in the background. So you would understand it. So basically, this is a complicated situation because Andrew Holmes shares a lot of reach that I share. It's really, 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 really interesting because I've not too many times been asked to look into advocates officially. And so anyway, let's get into it. And this is a video that I'm calling the Andrew Holmes Report. And this is our findings, okay? This is the findings of me and my team. And so it is basically going to be our opinion based on what we've gathered. And so I want you all to take that. Some things I am not going to say because we are turning it over to individuals of a more official capacity in hopes that they would further look into and review the information and do what they're tasked to do in their professional.
It's a damn shame that a nigga will say all of this to do his due diligence. I don't even know what the nigga's really about to say all the way. But the news don't even do this much due diligence. The news just be like, nigga, here.
Official capacities. So now let's get into it. Wait. A couple more things. I think that the most important people to listen to this video are people who are residents of Dalton, who are going to be voting on who is going to be representing them in the next election. That is a year from now. And who live in Dalton and may also want to reach out because of their own personal interest. Now, if you are not a resident of Dalton, you being nosy. But I do tell you one thing for sure. This may be some good tea to give a little bit of your time to listen to for somebody who is...
I can't say shit Burgundy. I go for 4 hours, 6 hours. I did a 6-hour stream on Andrew Holmes. I can't say shit.
Very, very visible and very, very vocal when it comes to things in
Blessing, what up?
In the
DW
Chicagoland area. I am not here for Tiffany Haynard. And I will say this before I talk about specific.
David in the cut one time. Ladies break out the Methuselahs.
I don't really have a real opinion about Tiffany Haynard. I am not after.
No, I was just saying what's up. David in the cut one time. Shout out to David.
Tiffany Haynard. And I'm not for or nor against. What I will tell you, based on the research and the stuff that we've done, the voters of Dalton really got to make a decision based on their quality of life. the people of Thornton Township have to make a decision based on their quality of life. And if this stuff affects them in a way that they want to keep it or move it on.
If Andrew Holmes raped some chick, bro, they want his ass out. I've talked to enough Dalton people to know that they want him gone.
All publicity, I'll tell you one thing for sure. I'm 37 years old. I ain't never heard Dalton this damn much in my life.
Jennifer,
Dalton
what up?
ain't never had this kind of shine.
Never. Are you talking about somebody who's been to Chicago? When I started my DJ career, my first records that I bought, I went to Chicago because you could get a lot of like shit that was hot in the clubs cheaper in Chicago. I used to go to Chicago all the time. I've been there a million times, and I ain't ever heard of Dalton until this year. Probably driven through there a bunch of times too. Just you don't pay attention. Going to Chicago, going to Indianapolis.
And Dalton got to do something about it. Good, bad, or ugly. Good, bad, ugly, cute, or indifferent. Dalton is on the map. Dalton, you're on the map. And this will be the time, if there ever was a time, this will be the time for Dalton to do something. Okay? I swear,
But I'll tell you this, I'll never go to Chicago without going to Dalton ever again. Ever. There will never be a time that I'll go to Chicago and won't come spend some money in Dalton doing something. Coming saying what's up to somebody. All right, that's my word.
All right, so I never heard Dalton this much. And I'm talking about Dalton is being talked about around the country. You would have thought that Dalton done got bigger than Chicago. So, you got to think of, y'all got to do what y'all want to do with this. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, if you want to keep the administration in or not. And I would also like to say this in fairness. Tiffany Haynard is in Illinois. Illinois is one of the most corrupt, and I'm not saying that to say she is officially corrupt. What I'm trying to tell you,
that bitch is officially corrupt. I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there. She corrupt, but I also told y'all this, nigga. Illinois is known for the corrupt politicians.
This is one of the most corrupt places in the country, and I believe, based on my opinion of the things that I've seen and heard, that Tiffany Haynard is simply being boastful, and she is literally flaunting what a lot of Illinois politicians do. Y'all, that's a heavy...
Nigga, No. A lot of politicians pay the light bill, nigga. A lot of politicians turn over them credit card receipts. Like, she's not doing what a lot of politicians do. A lot of politicians don't get in arguments with people, and then the people they get in an argument with, house gets shot up the next day. A lot of politicians, if a nigga go on the news, you don't call the bar where the news was at and shut that motherfucker down. Hey, and Dane Placco, y'all got them niggas shit shut down. Y'all niggas need to go back and make a funk and make sure them niggas shit's okay, bro. Y'all got them niggas shit shut down, and then y'all said it one time and ain't really said shit else. Y'all need to be talking about that shit. Y'all owe them niggas.
If you ever caught something, catch this. That black woman ain't doing nothing too different than a lot of people do, a little more quietly, a little bit more tactfully, a little...
Bitch, are you for real?
We not doing this. We not doing this. I know what you trying to do, but when you try to make her seem like just another black woman, what you're doing is tearing down all black women by clumping that bitch with them. You can't clump that bitch with all black women. That's going to bring the value of black women down. Nah, bruh. I understand you just reporting on Andrew Holmes. Cool, just report on Andrew Holmes. Don't do this. Don't do this. Because the problems that, trust me, I have not talked to white people in Dalton about this bitch. It's been all black women, black men, older and younger, that are tired of this bitch. And it ain't got nothing, and none of them are sitting there saying it's because she a black woman, because they all black. And what about all the black women she's done this shit to? But continue, sir.
A little more hitting. She just out here beating her titties with it. That, you know.
This the kidnappers again, man.
Man, stop saying that shit over the phone. Damn.
I can't say shit, can I?
She on the balls. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm going to try to stay professional and focused as best as I can in this report. But I believe that, I still believe that as a black woman,
Are you talking to black women in Dalton? Because that's what I'm talking to.
I give her a certain level of consideration.
AKA lack of accountability.
Because she's doing what the hell people around her are informing her that she can and cannot do.
She's the motherfucker in charge. No, nigga. No. She's at the top, nigga. She can't blame nobody else, nigga. Nah, nigga, she at the top, nigga. Nigga, you should have just stayed on your Andrew Holmes reporting. Stay on Andrew Holmes, because you right to not go down this Tiffany path, because you not gonna go look.
And damn it, people in the system, and y'all, this is gonna be liked by some, this is not gonna be liked by some, but people in the system been doing this shit a long.
Now, I will say this. If he's saying all this about Tiffany, then he has to say all positive shit about Andrew, right? Just keep that in mind.
A long time,
Pills,
a lot of time with no checks or balances by the
Steve Freeman is the real head of the CMB.
constituents of the individual areas in Illinois, because y'all, some of this is just the Illinois way. Like it or not, leave it or not, y'all, the voters will decide that in a year. And so I'm not after Tiffany Haynard. That's not what I'm tasked or even considering or compelled to do. Now let's get into the Andrew Holmes report. If you are ready for the Andrew Holmes report, say Jedidiah, put on in the comments, I'm listening. That's all I want you to say, is that I'm listening, and then I'm going to get into the Andrew Holmes report. I think this is going to be very interesting information.
Damn, nigga, is it password protected?
It's going to be very interesting information that you all might want to just have heard and to consider. And this will be my last disclaimer. I try my best to be thorough. I am not perfect.
Nigga, this is the last one. You gave 45 motherfucking disclaimers.
Working with humans, and they are not perfect as well. Some of the people I've been working with for over a decade are of an official capacity. Some of them in law enforcement, some of them in government, and in the various places. They have been very, very effective and instrumental. I would say that I have a 95% confidence rate in them with the work that we've done and that we do, because they've really not failed me. And whenever we're wrong.
May I ask you what it would take to get 100% level of confidence on your rating scale? I'm serious. I want to know.
It's only because I put shit out too fast. And I don't let them finish the verification process. Because I understand you got to be consistent and keep people paying a damn attention, because Negroes won't be paying attention. Somebody right now wrote, I'm listening, and then already forgot what they was on here for and was about to go do what y'all do on Saturday. So now we're going to go. I see there are people saying that they're listening into this Andrew Holmes report. And like I said, I try to be very brief and very precise. So the first thing that I would like.
Nigga, you said you was going to be brief and precise, and we are at the 7-minute and 47-second mark. I fucks with you, Jedidiah. Come on, bro. I fuck with you.
You all to understand is that we have spoken to somebody. I cannot say who. A lot of cannot say this, that, and the third. But cannot say who. But there is no federal investigation that is going on with Andrew Holmes. There is no federal investigation that is going on with Dalton trustee Andrew Holmes right now. But
let me ask you this, sir. Who did you talk to from the FBI. All those fucking people you name, who did you talk to from the FBI? And why did they tell you? I believe you talked to some people on the ground, nigga. I do. You ain't talked to nobody that could tell you about a federal investigation. That's not how that works.
We cannot confirm nor deny the potentially confirmed investigation or probe into Mayor Tiffany Hanyard, if that makes sense. But
that makes no sense. Why would there be a federal investigation on the person who covered up the rape, but not a federal investigation on the rapist? See, you talk to your homies, and I'm about to prove why he has this information. Wait, just wait for it. Because this nigga's not lying. He got this information, but his people lied to him, and it went over his head. I'm about to show you.
Officially, it is ruled out that there is no federal investigation of Andrew Holmes at this time.
Watch this.
If there was at any point, did you say anyone told her she did know? At this point, what we also are understanding is that if there is any charges that are gone in extradition to another state like Nevada, then the U.S. Marshal may be involved in a transporting, but there is no federal agency that's looking into him for a federal crime. But
how can both of those be true at the same time? So you just literally so you do access journalism. You really just kind of tell, and I'm going to prove to y'all that he's not making this up. And he just got duped.
We do find it to be very interesting that he is a elected official in the city of Dalton, whereas we who have found people that have committed murder and have kidnapped people, do you all know that in a small town like Dalton of about 20,000 people, we cannot ascertain or confirm the official residence of Dalton trustee Andrew Holmes. And as we trace it, it looks like that this man potentially has not even lived at the place listed as his official residence for years to come, and that there may be other individuals in there who are not affiliated or directly connected to Andrew Holmes. And it is also interesting because we have had individuals who have attempted to do our typical tracking, and Andrew Holmes has not been at any residence consistently. And I know that we come into this over the last 48 hours, but I'm telling y'all, we good at what we do. We do not know where this man really lives. Now, we do believe that there is a relationship that he has with somebody who is connected to a man who feeds the homeless called Michael Earhart. There's a man out there feeding homeless people. He got this big-ass round grill that he goes out and cook people food, and he may be related to a person that Andrew Holmes is in a relationship with and living with. I'm not going to say her name or any of that because it's not, I don't really care about that. But as a village trustee, he may not potentially live there. And so that right there is a lot involved with that.
Irrelevant, but keep going.
But if he doesn't live there and he's connected to with this man, Michael Earhart, then potentially maybe Michael Earhart be cooking his ass some meals or giving him a little bit of the leftovers after he have taken care of the homeless people. Because I know for a fact, I am not speculating or guessing, we know for a fact that he is connected to Michael Earhart at some time. She said, who cares? Well, Tiffany didn't get the fuck off of the live. I said, I'm giving a report.
Okay, I can fuck with him. This is what I'm talking about. I can fuck with him. Whenever you talk to a nigga like that, I become a fan. JC, what's happening? Get the fuck off the live then. I feel you, bro. I'd have clicked off if I wasn't interested.
telling you everything, what you care of and what you don't care of. I care. That's why I flew all the way to fuck here to figure it out. People
Check that bitch.
do care. And I don't know if you were just repeating it like me or who cares, but damn it, you can't text to me like that while I'm trying to be focused. Cause
Check that hoe.
I do this shit for free. They don't have to pay me to do this shit. I'm doing it because it's from my heart. Now you pay attention. You better care if you want to laugh, and if you don't, get off. It's Saturday.
Check that bitch. What up, Boston?
I would rather been able to go out there and enjoy my Saturday in a warmer city. But I'm here, so you better care. Because damn it, we work too goddamn hard.
He there.
Up for almost 48 hours. Talking about some who care. You care. Now, we don't know where he lives officially. That is a problem because you got to live there to represent there, to vote there, to pay attention there. And to be a man of his stature and to lie that he lived there if he don't is wrong, unethical, should be criminal, means he's disqualified to run as a trustee in the village. All right. The next thing that we understand, I had the opportunity to go to Dalton myself, and I talked to several residents. And there's a climate and a culture of fear. People are in Dalton afraid to talk or say certain things because they're afraid of the police department. Does that make any damn sense to y'all? People are legitimately afraid of the police in the city. And ain't it only about 6 of them motherfuckers? Y'all can take them. But okay, don't be afraid.
Nigga, do you know what type of artillery them 45 niggas got?
Of the police ought to be accountable to you.
Don't take the police. Sit-ins.
They got to be accountable to you. But in all seriousness and all jokes aside, I want you all to listen to me because I am going to use my words very specifically. I am not saying alleged. I am telling you all that I was directly told. Now, we limited the conversation because I do not want to become the witness in this particular type of case. But what we were told is that it appears that Andrew Holmes has a liking for women. Now, we do understand that he has a Nick Cannon size amount of kids.
He got a Nick Cannon size amount of kids. You know why I believe it? It's easy. Bro, you know how I know this nigga's a nasty pervert nigga? Bro, what did I tell you niggas the other day? Y'all niggas are so fucking hard-headed. Y'all don't listen to shit a nigga say, bro. Let me go ahead and make it plain so you niggas understand. Do you see this fucking jacket? Do you see that motherfucking jacket? Don't he look like he addicted to pussy? That is only a nigga addicted to pussy wears a jacket like that. We on the same page?
Nick Cannon is running neck and neck of making sure that the black population is consistently on the rise. Whatever. But what we have also ascertained in our findings is that it also appears that Mr. Andrew Holmes has a liking for underage girls. And there may be a bit.
Don't this nigga look like he like underage girls? Don't this nigga look like he like underage girls?
Of grooming that have taken place. Now, what has happened or what we have been able to understand from testimony of individuals that we will not mention. I've talked to some parents. I've talked to the friends of parents, and what it has or has been said and what has been alluded to and what we are now looking further into is that there are 4, but out of 4, 2 that we have literally got specific information about of individuals that are underage. Now, this is...
If you pissed on either one of these girls, bro, we gotta go there with Andrew. I don't trust this nigga, bro.
Where the shit gets interesting and it takes a real interesting turn for me is because if he has had a consensual sexual relationship with underage girls that have been groomed, you got to deal with that, right? There's a level that you got to deal with that. But then they're telling... Somebody said, don't come at the police department. Why are these people on here defending something and I'm literally a man?
Hey, If you got a problem with people saying something about fat ass, butterball, stubby, built like ballpark Frank police officers, then you should probably exit this stream at once. Chief Lacey sat there built like a fucking walrus and you didn't do nothing.
That has been tasked and that have come here to get research and information. I'm not coming at nobody who don't deserve to came after Jasmine. Lord have mercy. So what they're saying is, anyway, these underage accounts are saying that basically he may have been involved in a little bit of grooming. And one of the things that it appears that Andrew...
Let's stop there. Does this nigga in this jacket look like he be grooming?
Holmes has potentially done is he have taken these underage girls, which means y'all might have seen, listen to what I'm finna say out of my goddamn mouth. It is alleged that some of these individuals, these underage girls, that he've had these relationships with, although consensual, he have taken them with him to crime scenes.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga. I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
He made that up. He made that up. I'm gonna prove to you he didn't make this shit up. I'm gonna prove it to you. Remember I said that. Just keep listening. No matter how crazy this shit be sounding, I'm gonna prove to you that even though he is giving some bad information, it ain't his fault. Just walk with me.
What? So Andrew Holmes potentially had brought underage female companions with him to crime scenes. We do have names. We do have images. I'm not lying to you guys. And that stuff not only is being turned over, we are looking further into it. But I talked to some parents, and I talked to parents of some friends of 4 individuals, and that is sick as the absolute hell. And I am not saying alleged because of a certain reason. So I would.
All right, sue his ass, Andrew. Sue him. Sue him. He said he ain't saying alleged. Sue him. Sue this nigga. Sue this nigga. If this nigga sue this motherfucker, he said he ain't saying alleged, nigga. Sue this nigga then. Don't wait.
Love for Andrew Holmes.
What up, Steph? What up, Sotir? What is that, Sotiris? I hope I said that right.
To sue me.
There it is, nigga. He know what time it is. That's why I said it. This nigga know what time it is. I feel you, bro.
I would love for Andrew Holmes to sue me for what I just said, because it will help me give the information that I am giving. Now, the next thing, if you are a person in Dalton that have any further information about this, you need to reach out to me immediately, because even if it was consensual,
I can't vouch for that. Just because you heard that on my air, I can't vouch for that. I can't vouch for you contacting that nigga. I don't know.
If they were if it wasn't of a legal age, that is a crime.
You go round up a hit and run suspect. Keep fucking with Andrew, nigga.
And you cannot have a person
Shout out to Bluegrass. Yeah, motherfucker, you gonna run, keep talking that shit, you gonna fuck around, be a hit and run suspect, nigga. You keep on fucking around.
Out here passing out flyers for rape victims and people that have done acts like this, and then they turn around and do it. It doesn't work. Now, the next thing that we have gotten or found and ascertained in this Andrew Holmes report that has been interesting to us.
What up, number 5?
Is that it appears that Mr. Andrew Holmes is getting to the bag. He ain't just out here frocking. He out here getting to the bag. And so,
no shit. That's why the news fuck with him.
So what has been a long-standing problem with people in advocacy is y'all think we don't got no jobs. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Andrew Holmes might be the most Jamaican activist I know. Because on paperwork, if you do the research, this man got hella jobs. And the crazy part is that, damn it, these are full-time jobs. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell did we get a Jamaican activist in Chicago and
he the Chicago, hey, man.
Didn't appreciate this man for how damn hard he working. 7 full-time jobs. It ain't 7, but damn near Jamaican number full-time jobs, and still got time to come out here and help y'all with y'all pain, y'all drama, and y'all issues and experiences. So it looks like he has a job with the CTA full-time. Look like he was getting paid from the board or the village of Dalton. It looks like he's getting paid from a foundation. Now, I'm going to pause right there in the foundation that he also works for full-time, the Andrew Holmes Foundation. Oh, shit.
I wonder if he influenced the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation.
Is he a junior or is he the 3rd or the 4th? Because you mean to tell me that I could have been out here working in my own name, and honoring my own name? Shit.
Jason House in the cut one time. Ladies shall break out the Methuselah. It is not Trusty House. It's Jason House.
I'm finna start the Jedidiah.
I told you, Jason House gonna come through, bro. Don't trip. Trust the process.
Jedidiah Brown Foundation, and they better pay me. So it looks like he works for the Andrew Holmes Foundation. I don't know what the fuck they do, but he also worked for Chicago Survivor. And full-time. So one of the issues with the Andrew Holmes Foundation that we found to be quite interesting is that he is not only in charge of everything, but he's also the accountability. How the hell you...
You can't run oversight on yourself, nigga. You can't be the company and hire yourself as the oversight. This nigga's wild.
You got a whole organization where you are the leadership of the day-to-day and the leadership of the board. Who could check what's going on? So, I mean, I guess that happens. That's the ghetto shit we do now. I ain't gonna lie now. I done thought about getting somebody kid and getting me a few extra $1,000s over this last year, but I didn't do it. But
McCoy, welcome to the squad.
I know
one time for the one time.
So we ain't gonna be out here pointing fingers at niggas who out here trying to survive. Ain't what we gonna do. But I will say this, based on the information and our findings.
Because I play college ball. I am a Division I basketball player. You're not talking basketball with me.
I promise you, I'm about to prove that he's not lying with this shit. He could be off on some shit, but he ain't up here just telling stories, bro. I promise you that.
I hope that everyone has underestimated my potential for just massive destruction.
Watch this. Continue, sir.
If it is in fact the actual truth, if he's getting money into an organization that doesn't have true accountability, the problem becomes that it's money that's coming for accountability or for advocacy that affects your life. That's where our issue would come in. So it looks like the Andrew Holmes Foundation may have gotten grant money or gotten grant money through a firefighters association of some sort. I am not indicating or saying that they have done anything corrupt per se, but this fire company.
Does this nigga in this jacket look like he did something corrupt? Nigga, I told you should have never wore this jacket. I don't know where you got this from. Burgundy Blue in the cut one time. Make sure you go follow. Go subscribe, follow, all that good shit. Nah, those are kill shots, GOAT. Those are always kill shots.
It might have gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars that then, as a fiscal agent, they give to the Andrew Holmes Foundation, etc. There's a few traces of things like this, and that money then, I guess, is you apply for payroll or whatever projects they do. I cannot confirm nor deny the day-to-day work of the Andrew Holmes Foundation because I was not aware of them before this weekend, nor do I really give a damn. But I do know for a fact he working all them jobs, and he the only person that's really listed outside of his grandchild, if I'm not mistaken. In a real sense, not they knocking on the door. If he's getting all this money and it's unchecked, then that means that donated money that's coming to an organization to do a work is not being handled. It could potentially not being handled.
Agreed.
Properly. And if he's getting all of these sources of income, as a man working all of these full-time jobs, then we need to see some W-2s and some IRS paperwork. Because damn, Andrew Helms out here doing too good for the hood, advocating and paying all these taxes, because I know he paying them taxes. And I know he ain't had no money. And I know they're not stealing foundation money, or they just might be. So we have found not only issues with his residence, we found issues with the income and the potential reporting of things. We also were able to read in detail the report that was made. The report that was made by the young lady. It is an egregious report, and I would encourage you guys to do a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act of the actual reporting that was done against him at the situation in Las Vegas. Somebody, they trying to get my attention, and now they throwing me off. I was getting to the good shit. Outside of the potential underaged, sleeping with underage women, potentially stealing money or misusing money as an advocate, we have also spoke to several people who he have advocated for, and I will emphatically and in fact tell you that I have a somewhat confirmation that Andrew Holmes don't do shit.
Church out. Hashtag Shay was right. What the fuck I tell y'all, bro? The nigga don't do shit. I've been waiting to see him do something. He ain't done shit. This nigga got 200 videos and ain't done shit.
Okay? He don't do shit. And so what these people who have spoken to us in testimony are saying is that Andrew Holmes have come to crime scenes. He will do the newscast and he will stand next to them while they're crying. He ain't doing a damn thing.
I had people in here that said they denied Andrew from being with them when they had a tragedy happen. So I wasn't making this shit up. I told y'all this nigga Andrew is a fucking charlatan, nigga. Andrew Holmes is on the way. Who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck. Tell that nigga don't pull up.
As of late, or before he disappeared after the sexual assault allegations was on the way. He has not done anything, and there are people who are upset because they confided or trusted in his advocacy, and he did not do anything for them. He didn't even
call that 800 number, nigga.
Even get them connected to resources. Bogus as hell, bullshit. So maybe after or not working for Chicago Survivor, which I'm not completely sure if he works for them now or not, he ain't got shit to offer. He could just come and be seen with you. And then he gotta go.
Told you, niggas.
But outside of all of that, it looks like he is a model citizen. And we have other things that I cannot speak to right now because I'm going to try to be like them. We are the pending investigation, and we're still looking into things, and we have turned over information to who we
I
consider
hope
to
that
be
everyone has underestimated my
Yanni,
potential
welcome to the squad.
for just massive destruction.
proper authorities for some of these things that we are finding out. But I have decided within our own official reporting that we have ruled Andrew Holmes to be a complete scumbag who's gotten away with this far too long. What we don't understand, what I don't understand is how this man could be with
He had to pause to make sure there wasn't no disrespect in the chat. Oh, okay.
all these police agencies, with all of this, with all these elected official agencies and capacities, all of these places, how could he have been this close? And you telling me that in one fucking weekend, we could come in and find individuals that he might have been fucking on that was underage, money being mishandled and being gotten wrong or misappropriated, and him not even living where the fuck he lives, amongst other things that I cannot say on this live. And God, I ain't got to exaggerate because it's a lot more, but I felt like we need to just give that over to other individuals to look further into. So you're telling me that none of this stuff was identifiable by anybody, why this man continued to get awards and get access, and y'all out there kicking our ass for a rumor and this shit on paper? Oh, hell no. So I will be seeing this thing all the way through. I do have a personal issue with Andrew Holmes after that Kanika Jenkins case, but this is not personal in its nature.
I told you that shit he said with Kanika Jenkins, niggas wasn't feeling that.
I literally am doing the work. And so with that being said, to the voters of Dalton, you've been duped. I don't think that this man should be, and this is my personal opinion, not on that report, I don't think that he should be allowed to represent you any further. And I am asking for you guys to join us in a growing chorus of individuals asking for his immediate resignation from the board of the Dalton Village Board of Trustees. Now, if he doesn't live there, we'll do it on that alone. If he doesn't live where he said he lives, we'll do it on that alone, because we're still waiting on the finalization of the investigation of the
Where is he supposed to live?
Sexual assault case and some other things that, like I said, we just sent over. Now, let me say this. I was going to be here till Monday night or Tuesday morning, but I'm finna go because it's cold as the fuck. That's why I've been working very hard, because I got to get up out of here. It's cold in Chicago. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. I ain't got time for this. But what we are really disappointed about in all this is that it looks like the meeting that's on Monday will not happen because the mayor, for whatever reason, she has not turned over the appropriate documents to the trustees. So
Nigga, the meeting has been canceled every fucking month. Y'all thought that shit was gonna happen? Didn't I tell y'all that nigga? Didn't I tell you niggas that meeting wasn't happening Monday? She has successfully done it every time. Why was she gonna not do it this time? And then Gargamel ain't gonna be there? Oh, hell no.
The board meeting could be official and effective or whatever. So that looks like that's not going to happen. But what I am very saddened about is that we've also found this to be a pattern in our research, that the Village of Dalton have not had their twice a month board meeting for quite some time. They're only doing it one time a month, which is not what they're supposed to do. But we do know that if she doesn't have the one on Monday, she got to have the one after that, because that's when they go vote on the payroll. And guess what, damn it? Now, because they want to, you cannot do this in government. Now, all these advocates and all these people are reaching out to me, and you got people outside of Dalton ready to come and back Dalton up, because we don't want them to be afraid, and we don't want them to not tell their stories about being sexually assaulted. And this is crazy because it is alleged. I've not found this to be something that we got as true, but we found out that there may be more victims within the government. Damn.
Remember what this nigga said. He said, and this is the reason why he started off with Tiffany. Remember, he said that a lot of the people he know and can talk to are people that Andrew know and can talk to.
Welcome to the Terror Dome, bitch.
That's why he started off with a 10-minute spiel about Mayor Henyard and how he don't care and he's there for Andrew Holmes, because everybody he talked to that was one of his niggas that happened to be one of Andrew niggas was all trying to keep his eye on Tiffany with this shit. Or did I just make that up? Or that's just a coincidence? Bro, you got to watch who you got around you as far as that, especially if they say they cool with Andrew.
Somebody literally referred to, and this is alleged, somebody referred to the mayor as a madam. A madam. So, and they gave us a contingency of reasons of why they were saying that. And so, y'all, we're going to continue to do our best to do the work. But we're going to, anybody in Dalton that want to talk to me before I leave, you can do that. I have federal, local, I got all kind of friends because I've been getting on people's nerves for a long time. I piss people off. I guess that's my profession. Jedi, what's your job? To be nosy, get in people's business.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Bro, you got to take some of that zest off of that. I will not be. I fucks with you, bro, but I can't say your catchphrase, my nigga. I'm not nosy. No, that ain't no. I'm no. The answer's no.
Welcome to the Terror Dome, bitch.
We not even doing that.
And tell it. That's what I do. And I kind of think I do a damn good job at it. Because when I pulled up on that police today, I said, you good? They said, I'm good, sir. I don't want no problems. Okay, then. So I'm telling y'all, gotta be scared. Y'all don't gotta be scared of nobody. All right? I'm Jedidiah Brown. This is the Andrew Holmes report. And I do understand why, like, again, I'm not, it may not sound like that, but I'm not specifically against tenure because it's not what I've been tasked to do or what I'm looking to do.
I don't need you to do that. You ain't got to do that no more, bro. That's why I believe him. When you say the combination of a lot of the people that I know are people that Andrew know too, and then you start off with a 10-minute spiel about how you don't want to talk about Tiffany Henyard, that lets me know that everybody you was trying to holler at about Andrew tried to steer the conversation to her, and you kept staring it back going, I don't want to talk about her. I'm here to talk about Andrew. I don't know what's going on with her. About half of what he said was right. I can't confirm none of it. But I do know he there, and I do know he talking to people. That's what matters the most. Y'all keep telling me this nigga ain't locked up, but when are y'all gonna prove it? Like when this nigga says, oh, Andrew Holmes ain't with the federal authorities, he don't fucking know. Cause he told you the niggas he talked to are friends with Andrew. They hiding that right now. So ain't nobody, none of the people that are friends with Andrew that know the truth gonna tell him. I guess we'll just wait to see, you know what I mean? I mean, if people had a rumor that you were locked up for rape by the FBI, wouldn't you come out to embarrass the world? Remember, this nigga ain't met a camera he don't like. This nigga be phoning in interviews and shit. Now this nigga, hey, did y'all call that 800 number? See if he answered. He might pick that motherfucker up. So I think we need to we'll do a little more background on Tiffany. Did anybody find any pictures on Tiffany Henyard? And everybody keeps saying yearbook. Did y'all not hear the part where I said, I don't want a yearbook photo of her? She grew there. This should be easy. Where are the action photos of this bitch? I need action photos. Niggas is like, the amount of people that was like, get a membership to yearbook.com. I'm like, are you serious? So not only did you not hear the part where I said no yearbook photos, but I'm supposed to pay for a yearbook photo. Anything on yearbook.com, she planted. That's why I don't want nothing. It's easy for her to plant some shit like that. This bitch fell off the earth. We ain't got no pic from her at a barbecue. She ain't got her titty sitting next to some rims at a car wash or nothing. We ain't got her bent over at the club with some motherfucking airbrush dice on the motherfucking banner. We ain't got none of that shit. And we know them pictures exist. We know it's some ratchet ass photos out here that y'all niggas. Somebody got a Polaroid of this bitch bent over in the club. Stop playing, bro. Yeah, bro, somebody lying, bro. This is Illinois, nigga. You talking about a nigga that grew up going to and from Danville. Now that's the small town I know about. I don't know about Dalton, but I know about Danville. Danville, Illinois is right on the other side of the Indiana border, and I got a ton of family there. Shout out to all my family in Danville. So yeah, there's some pictures of this bitch bent over with some little white booty shorts. Nigga, stop playing. She was thotting it up. They got one picture of her. She's standing there with her leg up while holding 2 glasses of alcohol. You know when the drunk bitch be standing there holding 2 drinks. She's standing there with her fucking leg up, holding 2 drinks. Total 304. Like, stop playing. And ain't nobody in Dalton. All the niggas in Dalton that allegedly done fucked her and ain't no pictures floating around. Stop playing, bro. No ex-boyfriends coming out. Nothing. Knowing this bitch done fuck for chili dogs. Omelets. Let me stop, bro. I just want to see this bitch in her natural habitat of Dalton, and I've yet to see it. And she always saying, y'all grew. I grew here, y'all flew here. Where did you grow, bitch? And what did you grow? Because that hair is fake. Let me stop. Nigga, who got the bank account for a good PI? Because I don't really have that. Hey, let's see what Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez has to say. He might be the only person over in Thornton Township that might not go to prison after all this shit. Let's see what he has to say. He did an interview with the Lansing Journal.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Where the fuck did that bitch get money to have a good burger, nigga? Where did she get that money from? Where did that money come from?
Good morning, Lansing Journal community. I'm Josh Bootsma, managing editor of the Lansing Journal. Our goal is to keep you informed and connected and to build community in the process. And today, we are keeping you informed about an ongoing story that our newspaper has been.
This is crazy how times have changed. Normally when some shit like this would have came on, I either would have changed the channel or went to sleep. Now, I'm really sitting here like, I'm really interested in what the fuck they about to talk about on my mama. Danville is not West Illinois on the Iowa side, you fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Niggas just, bro, again, let me just show you why DW literally has zero credibility of any kind anymore. Go ahead and show this lying motherfucker. Try to tell me what the fuck I don't know. Do you see the city of Danville right there? Do you see the Indiana border right there? Okay then, so shut the fuck up. Like I said, shout out to my family in Danville, Illinois.
Covering, and that larger media has been covering, and that is the story of Thornton Township. And we are here today with a man who knows more than the average person about Thornton Township, Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We're excited to talk to you, to learn about the township, but before we do that, can you just introduce yourself to us? Tell us about you.
Chris Gonzalez, I'm a Thornton Township trustee. Been a trustee since 21, if I remember correctly, just going by memory. So not super long, first term as a trustee.
Yeah.
I was the assessor previous to that for 2 terms, not right before. There was about maybe, I don't know, 10-year gap or so when I wasn't on the board or anything. So
you have lots of experience in Thornton Township, and you've seen even from the assessor side, from the trustee side, from the resident side, of course.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Many different angles, so you are very familiar with
Oh, definitely,
Thornton Township.
yeah. I actually started at Thornton Township back in 1990.
So he grew here. Chris, where did she come from, bro? Chris, you've been a trustee since the 90s, nigga. Do you remember this chick at all? Man, we got to get to the root of this shit. And everybody just kind of overlooking the fact that before she was a trustee, she don't exist.
I haven't worked there continuously, but I was a summer employee, probably, and then just...
Yeah, Chris was the one that nominated her for supervisor. And now he's the only one that fights against her. So what did y'all say to Chris? Who got in Chris' ear to get him to go do this for him now to have such buyer's remorse? Publicly. He don't care.
Ended up staying for about an 9-year stretch, from that summer employee to a part-time employee to a full-time employee. Then I went to work somewhere else for a while, probably about maybe somewhere around 9 years also. And then I actually was asked to come back onto the board. That's when I came back on as the assessor. And then, like I said, there was a little gap back now as a trustee. But even when I wasn't working there or anything, I mean, I always made sure I volunteered. I was always involved. So there was always, so needless to say, I mean, I grew up my adult life in Thornton Township. So it's something that's definitely near and dear to my heart. Our passed away supervisor, unfortunately, Frank Zuccarelli, I always used to joke with him. I was actually there before he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened. I think some powers that be took advantage of that Frank Zuccarelli shit. And I'm not saying, and I don't mean it like the trustees on the local level. These niggas are local motherfuckers that just live there, bro. And understand that. Look, you know how you can get some bad information from one of your homies on some shit? That's all it be sometimes. A motherfucker that gets 200 things right come at you and get Tiffany wrong. You see what I'm saying? Because I just found it weird how she got that supervisor shit last second. How she was a trustee and then out of nowhere, she became fucking mayor. And then you try to find anything on her, you can't find this bitch is a loud mouth. We've seen how loud she is. She won't shut up. She did a fucking live from outside the police department. Nobody could have ever confirmed she was there if she didn't do that fucking live. She's loud as shit, but she only started being loud in 2013?
Because it was just for a couple of years, but I always used to tell him I was here before you were.
Oh, that's funny.
And but yeah, definitely.
There are few people who can make that claim.
Exactly.
Yes. So, all right, getting into things a little bit here. We had a township meeting just on Tuesday, March 12th. And part of those meetings, you as trustees are voting to approve bills for various funds, usually 3 funds: the general fund, general assistance, and the road and bridge fund. Chris, you have consistently
Good night, Mexican.
voted against approving bills for the general fund and the general assistance fund. And that's something that Supervisor Tiffany Henyard has critiqued you for in the public eye. Can you set the record straight? Why is it that you consistently vote against those approvals?
Yep, definitely. For a couple of reasons. The main one, just the lack of information. As you said, you were at the meeting, just even using that last one as an example. You know, I'm sitting there, and you know, they pass out that packet. That was the first time I had ever seen what was in that packet.
So what he's saying is the shit she expects them niggas to vote yes on, they just now seeing it right now. Like it's like a pop quiz. Pop quiz, read over this because you're getting ready to vote yes for me.
Till I was sitting there. Generally, traditionally, we would get the packet maybe at least a couple days beforehand. Yeah. You know, at one time, you know, it would maybe Friday afternoon.
Sure.
And at one time, it was to the point where they would even hand deliver them just to make sure there was no confusion. And as in, you know, you got this, you know, this person delivered it. And of course, then more technology, so it was able to be emailed and things like that. But you know, we would get it maybe at the latest, sometimes Monday. And it, you know, we used to complain about it, or it was complained about sometimes here and there, just saying, hey, that's kind of late, you know.
Yeah.
But it was enough time. But even still, we kind of always liked it Fridays. But I'm just going by memory here, but I think in the general fund, there was like 311 line items. And then I can't remember how many were in the general assistance, but
sure,
you can't really go through that, you know, line by line and know everything that's
300 line items. And not just reading 300 line items. You got to read and assess 300 line items. You got to read these 300 line items and then decide on each one if this works or if this breaks all of them. And this bitch is like, vote yes.
in there.
She's
you know,
wild.
Over the course of whatever that is, maybe 5 minutes or so.
Sure.
It just can't happen. And then even beyond that, when you do, or when it's asked, okay, you know, well, maybe I have a question about this bill, whether it be through an email or something, you just don't get an answer, unfortunately. So those are the reasons that I have been voting no, and I've been voting no for quite some time. And like you said, I've been, you know, said, hey, you're against seniors and you're against, and obviously you don't want the lights to be on. Obviously that's not the case.
Yeah.
It's just that you just can't make a good decision. I mean, and that's basically really one of our main jobs is, you know, keeping tabs on the finances, knowing what's in there.
Right.
And like I said, you just can't, you know, so, I mean, even I was asked by, you know, one of the other TV channels, and they said, well, you know, so what's going on? And I said, well, I mean, the information just isn't given. I mean, you can't vote. And she said, well, why are the other trustees voting, you know, yes? And I said, well, obviously.
What the? So media, are y'all against Tiffany or what? How are y'all jaying this nigga down? Nigga, I am one. You know how voting works, bitch? I'm one vote. They all one vote. I voted how I vote because that's how I voted. Don't ask me how the fuck somebody else voted. I don't know, bitch. Go ask them. The fuck you mean? Well, why did everybody else vote yes? Bitch, go ask them. Like, what are you implying? That I'm just being a dick?
You'd have to ask them. I said, but
right.
Either one of two things is happening. Either they're getting the information and they're seeing it,
sure,
voting yes, or they're not seeing it, just like, you know, I am.
Nigga, they not reading that shit. What the fuck they gotta read it for? Because they gonna read it and find something to say no? Those are Tiffany's cronies. They voting with her every time, nigga.
And they're still voting yes. To me, either one's not right, because obviously, I mean, and once again, it's just my opinion, but I mean, there's things that need to be questioned in there. So to me, either one's not right, but I guess that's something that, you know, they would have to be asked.
I think we've kind of implied it already, but for those who haven't been to Thornton.
Kendra with an 18 piece. Year and a half. What's happening? What the fuck's happening?
Township meetings, or maybe haven't read as much coverage about this. You tend to be, for lack of a better term, the odd man out sometimes. There's 3 other trustees, trustee board of 4. Supervisor Henyard is also votes on various motions and things. Your name has been excluded from township literature.
I hope that everyone has underestimated my potential for just massive destruction.
Is concerned, you don't exist. So correct me if I'm wrong, but my interpretation is the Henyard administration seems to view you as an opponent. And I'm curious why did that happen, and when did that start?
Well, that's what you get for taking a shot like a dumbass. I don't know, fuck you. Don't come here talking to me like that, nigga. I don't know you, bitch. Fuck you. I didn't tell your stupid ass to run your fucking mouth talking shit. That's what happens. That's why you should probably check what the fuck you be saying before you start talking shit. Because if you don't, motherfuckers like me tend to take it the wrong way. It ain't about being first. It's about being right. Do your fucking homework before you start talking shit. I would never tell a motherfucker they wrong about some shit I wasn't sure about. I got integrity, motherfucker. Now, before I was interrupted by that bitch.
Well, first of all, the why. I mean, it's just the questioning. They just don't like that I'm asking questions. And once again, you've been at the meetings. I don't think I've ever asked anything that was out of bounds. As a matter of fact, I think I've went the other way and have tried to be super respectful and, just trying to keep a certain decorum. To me, I guess it just comes down to that just the plain fact that I've questioned things. And other than that, I really don't know. If there's any other reason, but that's the main one that I could think of.
And that's a unique role that you find yourself in then, as being usually the only person on the board who has any questions or is willing to make a critical remark or say, hey, I'm not sure that we should be doing this way. You end up being the only person who's making those kind of comments, which kind of puts you in a tough position because it all falls on you.
Yeah, because of that, I really can't, I don't want to say get anything done, but even when I question something, like you said, if there's a certain...
I'll give you a prime example. I watched this shit. So, and we probably pull this up after. So remember I showed y'all the news story, and I even asked Trustee Belcher about it, but she reminded me that it was the Thornton Township that happened to. Remember about the Thornton Township assessor getting locked out of her office? That fucking board meeting after that was the craziest shit I ever seen. The way that this bitch was on some Eddie Murphy, it wasn't me. Hey, it wasn't me. We saw her on camera. She couldn't get in. Hey, it wasn't me. They moved. They was like her office was in another space, but then they claimed that this other space they put her office in, that's where her office has always been. So they don't know what the fuck they talking about, what she's talking about. She was locked out of her office. Her office is where it's always been. That's what they were saying in a fucking board meeting. And this nigga sitting here trying to question them, and Thief Freeman motherfucking ass, he gets up out of the crowd, nigga. Thief Freeman gets up out of the crowd and starts caping for this bitch. Hold on, I gotta show y'all that shit right quick. Timestamp this. It was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. 7:25. All right. All right, here's a quick reminder of what actually happened, and then I want you to see the board meeting after it.
Good afternoon. I'm Anthony Ponce.
And I'm Natalie Bumke. The elected assessor for Thornton Township was locked out of her office today following a dispute with the township supervisor.
Dane Placco is live for us first at 4. Dane?
Yeah, Cassandra Elston has been the township assessor here in Thornton Township for the past 10 years. This morning she got a call from her staff saying something weird was going on at the office. And
Burgundy in the cup one time. Ladies break out the motherfucking Methuselahs.
Because I play college ball. I am a Division I basketball player. You're not talking basketball with me.
What up, Wisdom?
That didn't go well.
we talked to her about what happened next. Take a look.
Succeeding, what up?
This was your office?
Yes.
What happened when you tried to open it?
It doesn't work.
The lock got changed?
Yes.
Yeah, she locked your door, locked you out. At least she ain't shoot at your house.
That's right. Thornton Township Assessor Cassandra Elston got locked out of her own office, what appears she believes to be retaliation from Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. Now, both are elected positions, and the assessor says the supervisor has no legal standing to take any action over her office. Elston has been critical of Henyard's actions, including massive spending, as we reported last week, using Township and Village of Dalton employees to benefit a charitable fund that she created last year. You see, Henyard is also the Dalton mayor. The assessor says that boxes of sensitive documents that were under lock and key containing names, addresses, social security numbers of taxpayers are now sitting out in the open in the common area of the office. Look what happened in the middle of our interview inside the assessor's own office.
So what are you going to do about this?
You don't want to make old Otis mad, nigga. Hey, Dane, you don't want to make old Otis mad.
Well, I guess right now I'm going to work from here, but this is not going to stop me. This is my job. This is what I get paid to do. Excuse me. And that's what I'm going to do.
Excuse me. Y'all done made Otis mad. Excuse me.
Why's that?
Yeah, I don't know how to get access to the building.
She's the assessor. She invited us inside.
You don't want to make old Otis mad, nigga. Dang. Y'all gonna have to get the fuck up out of here, nigga. You don't want to make Otis mad, nigga. The fuck from around here, white man. This interview over, nigga.
Okay, this is her office.
Please stop this.
No,
please stop this.
We're gonna keep recording. Can you tell us who told you to kick us out of here?
Can you tell us who told us? Can you tell us who told you to kick us out of here?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Shelby with the 5-piece. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Yo-Yo. Shout out to Josh, Tawana, Kenyon. Is that 5? Yep, that was 5. Otis, go ahead, checking.
This was did my job.
So the police...
I just doing my job.
Here were called to the scene because we were in the assessor's office at the assessor's invitation. The police heard our story and...
It gets even more worse.
Said, yeah, she has every right to invite them into her office. We came back out here to start working on our story, and the assessor came out to us and said, subsequently, all of the key fobs to allow her staff to get in the office have been deactivated, which means tomorrow morning they're going to set up card tables out here on the sidewalk outside the township center. And
Oh, so y'all talking to the news? Turn everybody's shit off. Turn them fucking keys off. They got the game fucked up. Bet they asses act right. Put them fucking card tables outside, nigga. Turn them keys off.
And address taxpayers' needs that way because they will not be able to get inside. Now, we reached out to Tiffany Henyard to try to get some sort of response about why she initiated this, if she in fact did. Although many here believe that she was the person that did this, so far we've not heard anything back. Live in the South Suburbs, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
So you hear what happened. She locked the assessor out. The assessor brings the news. She tried to kick the news out. The news didn't want to leave, so then she turned everybody's keys off. Watch what this bitch says at the motherfucking meeting, nigga. You can't make this shit up.
So I'm putting the record straight so people understand what's going on.
Now, that
So
ain't
hear it from
straight.
the horse's mouth and not from her or any bitter person or disgruntled employee. You're hearing it strictly from you. That is what's going on here at the township. Now, I'm gonna let Keith elaborate a little more about what is going on so people can understand what's happening. And news, stop writing about me and y'all ain't got y'all facts. Y'all wrote that I removed her from office and I did no such thing. I did not lock her out of no office. I don't even have a dispute with that lady.
Look at her face, nigga. That is the face of, I can't believe this bitch go sit up here and fucking lie like this. I ain't lock her out. I locked her out of the fucking office. Look at her face, nigga. She big, but she like, bitch, what? She's sitting there.
Bitch, are you for real?
So I wish people stop lying
She can't believe this shit.
on my name. And I hope y'all write that. That's for your record when you do write this article about me. Because you only come here for the mess. You guys do not come here for anything positive that has been done in this township, such as we got a whole surplus when there's always been a deficit here in the township. Y'all didn't write that, right? And then when y'all want to know the truth about the township, y'all come bring my line about the theft that's going on at the township before I became the supervisor. But y'all not writing about none of that stuff. So stop. Keith, you got the floor.
Wait, what? Thief Freeman? Nigga, watch this. So Thief Freeman is about to explain to y'all what really happened. She thinks she got locked out, but Thief Freeman, tell this dumb bitch what actually happened. Tell this stupid hoe.
Good evening, everyone. So to set this record straight, Supervisor Henyard in no way removed the assessor from her office. The supervisor has, the assessor has access to the assessor's office, which is located on this side of the building.
Wait, what? Yeah, nigga, she got access to her office on this side of the building.
She has a key fob that gets her in her office. Her office was relocated to an area so that we can take care of some business in her office.
Her office was relocated to the area so we could take care of some business.
While she was being relocated, she did not call and ask us any information about that. There were no files left out. All of the files were locked up. Whoever took the files out, left them on the tables for the media, whatever that interview was, that's completely false. And I will go even further to say this. It has been brought to my attention, and I informed the supervisor, that there is an office that has been set up as the assessor's office in Calumet City. And I informed the supervisor and I informed our attorneys. That is why this motion is being placed on the agenda, and it is up to the board to decide whether or not the assessor or any other officer of Thornton Township or any other body of government can operate outside of its normal facilities and or buildings. That is all I have, Supervisor. If you have any questions or any other board member.
Yes, thank you. Y'all.
Nigga, this nigga Thief Freeman, wow. Nigga, didn't nobody lock that bitch out. Her office was where it always was. Now watch Chris Gonzalez, and it's him against the world. Trustee Gonzalez against the world. Watch this shit.
So you didn't receive any emails or calls from the assessor?
I didn't receive anything from the assessor questioning whether or not
any call. Well, say the past 2 weeks.
No, I hadn't received. I haven't spoken.
No call, no emails.
I have not spoken to the assessor at all.
Well, that's not what I'm asking.
That's not what, exactly. That's not what I asked you. Have you received any emails or phone calls from the assessor in the last 2 weeks? That's all I want to know, nigga. Just answer that question.
You receive any emails?
Okay, he answered the question. We're not going to answer the question.
No, he didn't. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Question, no.
You're done. Thank you.
No, I still have questions.
You can ask.
Okay, well,
But he's
not answering them then? Okay,
he answered it. You're not going to go back and
calls
forth.
or emails?
I have not. I have
so,
not.
The assessor's office was moved from the previous office to a different office.
So are you admitting she has an office?
Are you admitting that she has an office? Nobody said she didn't have an office. Niggas said that you locked her out of her office. And now y'all trying to say that this other... When Tiffany thinks she got motherfuckers, it's so hilarious. This is not a gotcha moment, idiot.
Because I just want to know what's this little pony show for. So you admitted she has office, right? Trust.
No, what are you talking about?
No. You asking the question. So was it moved to another office? Since you got all the answers, was it moved to another office?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking a question.
You should know. You're a trustee. So
well,
you don't
exactly,
know.
But
You
there's
don't
no
know
communication. There is no communication.
She has the office. That's my
in this building.
She has the office.
But it's not the previous office.
She has the office.
But it's not the previous one.
I just answered. What's your next question?
It's not the previous one.
What's your next question?
That's my question.
I just answered.
No, you didn't.
Anything else?
No, yes. It's not the previous office.
Okay,
So is that
I'm
correct?
done with it.
No.
And this is her trying to prove that she did. Why don't you just admit you locked her out? Is this really supposed to be you proving that you didn't? Because I'm confused. I'm confused by why you think this is gonna work.
Answer the questions.
I just did. Anything else? Point of order. Point of order. Any other questions from anybody else?
You're not answering the question.
Just did.
No, you didn't.
Any other questions?
So is this based on any sort of law saying that an assessor can't? I mean, the assessor, any assessor within the state will have, say, like a program, a satellite outside of the building. I mean, is there any sort of back state kind of law that you have?
Y'all niggas look like sellouts. You won't even look at him. You won't even look at him because you bitches is sitting here on the take. Hey, good luck. Good luck. I know what on the take look like. I know what a guilty conscience look like. This is guilt. This is you knowing that this nigga's right, but you can't say nothing because this bitch is helping you get the bag. You got your back turned to this nigga while he talking because that's guilt. This is what guilt look like. Bro, come on, bro. Stop. 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 I don't know what you think you sitting there looking like, but you looking like a motherfucker that just do. I'm getting the bag, so it's okay. Keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. As long as you get the bag, you can do all the evil you want. You can let all the evil that happens, and as long as you ain't doing the evil, you can let all the evil you see go. Because at least it ain't you.
Basing this on, or?
She cannot remove herself from this building.
Say it so. She hasn't. The office itself is still operational.
I just explained it to you.
No, that's...
So it is operational. I thank you for answering that to the media. So the media, they said it was locked out, so they're still there. Thank you.
Well, the assessor.
What? This bitch argues like a 5th grader. Gotcha. And I'm glad the media can see this. You're glad the media can see you gaslight a motherfucker? Are you insane?
The assessor was not locked out. That's not true.
Yes, it is.
So you know the answer. Which one is it? Don't answer. You asking me.
I know.
How do you know that if you just said you don't know? You ain't been in there. Which one is it, trustee?
What you said?
You just said you haven't been in there, but now you're saying that you know.
I never said I haven't been in there.
You did.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I said I haven't been in there.
Okay, but we're not gonna do the back and forth. I understand you need some.
She turns it into a back and forth, so therefore she can cancel the whole discussion because she don't do the back and forth.
So points for the news. I just answered all your questions. For the record, she has not been locked out of her office.
We saw it on camera. We saw her locked out on camera. What are you talking about? Bro, I couldn't. That's why I can't be no trustee, nigga.
She needs to come back here to this building. This is her office here in the township at the 333 East 162nd Street. So that's what she needs to come and do her job that she got elected to do, period. Ain't no go back to Calumet City. She cannot do that. So this is why this
I have a question.
So you just admitted she moved her office from Calumet City to wherever this fucking place is. This bitch is, bro.
Is Calumet City part of Thornton
You're out of
Township?
order. Right now, this is discussion among the board. So now,
Is that based on can I have the attorney's opinion on it?
she cannot do it. Sure, attorney can
What's the attorney's opinion?
that she has to ask the supervisor. Why? You know what?
Sure, and thank you for your question. I've not done
Here goes the attorney's opinion.
complete comprehensive legal review of this matter, but the corporate authorities of the township are the only individuals that have the power to rent, lease, or own or purchase real or personal property. And that's just by statute through the township code.
She always got some white man backing her up. She's so pro-black, but she's sitting Dalton and she's sitting Thornton with some white man that helps her orchestrate all this chaos on black communities. I just want to point that out. Where does hoe come from? This is when this is the only people that can get her to shut up is the white man that's sitting next to her. That nigga can get her shut up in a heartbeat. That's why when he ain't around, she be fucking up.
C of section 85-10, and it's not for any such action has to be done by the township board, whether to
tell him Zaddy
property, for instance, at an auxiliary or a separate type of office or location. The other second issue is the importance of any records that are used or created or retained by the assessor are official Thornton Township records that need to be housed at an official Thornton facility, such as this office.
Where does it say that?
So those are the two main reasons why the assessor would be limited as far as the need to operate out of township facilities, which is this location.
But in this instance, is that the official case that there is space being leased?
Well, that's just my understanding.
AKA no. The answer's no. He didn't ask for your understanding, bitch, because you know the answer's no. Man, lawyers ain't shit. Lawyer, bro, you supposed to be good. I'm high, bro. You supposed to be able to get shit past me.
But regardless, again, there's the location is at the township and not at some other auxiliary location where authority doesn't exist. And that's just the extent of the facts that I currently have.
All right, any other questions? All right, thank you.
Legally, she cannot operate out of the township.
Legally, she cannot operate outside of the township. Won't you turn and tell the motherfucker that needs to hear it? You sell out? Coward. You coward. That's why you can't even look at him and tell him that. Because you know you full of shit. You coward. You sitting in there with dark glasses on because you don't want people to even see your eyes. The fuck? You supposed to be a trustee of a whole ass township and you sitting up there with some Ray Charles glasses on because you don't want people to see into your fucking soul. Don't worry, I sees all the way through them glasses.
Yeah, based on my prior statement, that's correct.
And so based on this motion, I mean, so what it's kind of asking two things though. I mean, are you asking to declare it absent or requesting that she come back?
Oh, now you want to look at this nigga because this nigga might have cooked your motherfucking ass. Lying motherfucker.
She has not been here, so we're telling her this is her office. She cannot set up another office. We just made all these statements.
She set up another office as your defense.
So that's what the motion is for. You're going back and forth, but you gotta vote no, so why are we going back and forth? She has not been in her office. She's supposed to be here.
Yes, it's less drama at the Thornton Townships, but it's more devastation in my opinion because nigga, look, when she do all this back and forth with Jason House now, she grandstanding because she know Jason House is gonna do a supersede motion or whatever the fuck, and they got the votes. They gonna win. She gonna veto. They gonna override her veto. She know that. Over here, She's just like, nigga, why don't you shut the fuck up so we can go ahead and vote your bitch ass out the room? See, her swag over here different. She's just like, nigga, why don't you just shut the fuck up so we can go ahead and vote? Because you can't do shit about it, bitch. Yeah, Chris Gonzalez is, he over here by himself, nigga.
This location, where she has office at, and access to.
Where is that office?
Right behind us.
Hiram, it would not surprise me. Anybody near her.
Right behind us, not New Park. Her office is where it always has been. It's right here. But she would know that.
No, you're wearing the building. It's the same.
You know where
it's the same office.
You know where it is. Look, I'm not gonna go back and forth. Anything else? Anything else? All right, thank you. It's a motion and a second on the floor. End of discussion. Motion second on the floor. Please call the roll. Thank you. Moving on.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
No.
Trustee Jones?
Yeah.
Trustee Gray Everett?
Yes.
Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Bam. 4-1. Get your bitch. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut your hoe ass up, nigga. Nigga, we do whatever the fuck we want, nigga. We told that bitch that ain't her office, nigga. She can call Dane Placco. She can call your mama, nigga. She over here now. 4-1. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Back of the bus. Don't y'all find it weird that Tiffany is connected to multiple alleged sex offender? Well, one alleged sex offender and another motherfucker that was found guilty of a gang rape and served 25 years. That's not weird to y'all? She connected to two of them? So yeah, that's what he's facing over there. So when he's talking this shit with this nigga, like, remember we just in Tommy G's video, he was in Tommy G's video. It was all Dalton people, and he was the only Thornton motherfucker with him. Cause over there, nigga over there, all of them motherfuckers lick the motherfucking toe jam between the toes, nigga. They get them tongues deep in the crevices of her toes, nigga. Well, let's finish. Let's go back to Chris Gonzalez on the Lansing Journal.
And a void of power exists now at the top of Thornton Township. That results in a series of meetings among trustees, excuse me, where you are tasked with appointing a new supervisor.
Oh, T, what's up, Ma? Tell these fucking fools. Why the fuck were they? Tell me why they were. Okay, listen. When the case dropped, nobody was at the police station. They knew that case was filed in Southland when they initially reported it. Why didn't they go there then? What made them go 2 days later? That nigga turned himself into the feds. And the feds don't ever comment on shit. Ever.
And if that doesn't happen by a certain time, that's going to go to a town hall where then the public is going to be
correct
appointing the new supervisor. So if I recall, some of those meetings were a little bit...
South Holland. I said Southland. Southland Journal be making me say Southland. Thank you, Lucille. No disrespect to my folks of South Holland. Fuck you niggas. You niggas knew. I'm just playing, bro. You niggas didn't do shit. But that almond head police chief, fuck that nigga.
Contentious among trustees as far as, I remember you suggesting a number of names that were not seconded or not voted through. Some other trustees were suggesting names that were not voted through. So it comes all the way down to 12 minutes before midnight on the legal
Yes.
deadline. This is in March of 2022 now. And it was you who 12 minutes before midnight said,
"Oh, ask him about it. Ask him about him nominating this bitch." Yes, sir. Come on, Lansing.
"I nominate Tiffany Henyard." And that was the first name that was actually voted for by the rest of the trustees. So then just a handful of minutes before midnight, Tiffany Henyard is sworn in as the supervisor of Thornton Township. Put us in Chris Gonzalez's mind, 12 minutes before midnight. What was your thinking in nominating her after this?
Nah, I'm not gonna be as nice. Why the fuck you nominate that bitch? You saw she was standing there with that ghetto ass nigga that looked like he had 4 or 5 stolen EBT cards on him. Why you vote for him? They celebrated like they won the Powerball. Hell yeah, nigga. We get to cash that check tonight? Do we get to check tonight?
Long process.
I mean, just as a whole, I just felt that I was hoping we could get somebody that was a little bit younger for the role. I felt it was time that
Kamala, you did that Kamala shit. You went for the young black woman. She looked good in them yoga pants. The weave was fresh. Titties be bouncing a little bit. You wanted that fresh, I feel you. You wanted some younger beat. You ain't want no older bitch in there. Nah. You wanted a Oh my Lord. Come on, Chris. Finally, I'll give Chris props. He's the first person to admit that it was that. I told y'all it was that Kamala phase where it was just like, man, not just black women, but women was getting on in politics around that time and all that shit. And it's like, man, she was getting on in the time that the fact that she said she wanted to get on, you couldn't really be a man and say no. But here's the thing though, Chris, you wanted some extra cool points by being the man that nominated her. Because if this all went well, you look like a hero. I got to keep that a stack. If she turned out to be the greatest supervisor ever, you look like a hero. So, and now this doesn't mean you should be villainized because you leading the charge on, we got to get this bitch out. Because a lot of people would do what you did and go, just out of embarrassment, nah, I ain't even saying shit. I'm going to just, however it plays, because I don't want to face that embarrassment. So I'll give you that. It's a damn shame, though. You just got to learn from this. Don't just be voting for motherfuckers because you like, well, she looks like she fits a model. And I don't mean it in no way like he a pervert and he just wanted to look at her type shit. But I'm just like, when you start, you should not be deciding on nominating a motherfucker for Thornton Township supervisor, 190,000 people. You should not be sitting there going, she's young, wrong. That shouldn't even be nothing you consider. Can she do the fucking job? That's all you should be thinking about, in my personal opinion. What do I know?
Possibly, and I mean, I wasn't like honed in on that, but a woman, I just thought that would be somebody, that was a little bit younger, a woman.
Chris, I had to give myself a second because I had to think of how I'm going to say this. Look, my guy, you want people to take elections seriously. To only find out that 9 minutes before a deadline, your thought process of putting this bitch in power was she's a young woman. You got to learn from this. That's all I'm going to say to everybody. You got to learn from this. You got to learn from this. You niggas should have been begging. In Dalton, y'all should have been begging Jason House to be the fucking mayor. I don't give a fuck what that nigga was talking about. Y'all should have been begging that nigga, bro. Yeah, I'm not quite ready. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Put them suspenders on and come on. Fuck you mean. Fuck you mean you not ready. Shut the fuck up, Jason, and come on. I mean, damn, nigga. Shit is fucking outrageous. That just, oh, I'm trying to be cool and I'm trying to get past it, but it is tough. It's a hard one for me to swallow because it's like, nigga, like.
So that's kind of where I was. I'll be honest, I really didn't know at that time a whole lot of the, that there was already some controversy and things like that, a little bit that was going on in Dalton, say. Sure. So I didn't really know about that. And that was also something that, I mean, obviously there, just on the surface, there was a little bit of experience there. She had been a trustee, just became mayor. Kind of a town that you might have had as a base as far as just like, once again, coming from that there might be some experience and things like that there. Yeah. She went straight to Frank's office and, sat in the chair and she just kept basically yelling, what are they gonna think now? What are they gonna say now? Speaking of the Dalton trustees, because I guess, like I said, there was already a rift and I didn't know that. So I'm thinking I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? And then so I went to Keith on the side and I said, what is she talking about? I said, is the board against her in Dalton? And he said, yeah. And I said,
no, nigga, no. No, this is the worst story ever told. This nigga found out 2 minutes too late. Wait, they don't fuck with her in Dalton? Hell no, nigga, they hate her. Oh, nigga, Chris, what did you do? Chris, what the fuck did you do? They sitting over there, hell yeah, nigga. Fuck the trustees. Fuck what trustees? What did I do? No, Dalton, nigga, them whole ass nigga. I got the juice now. This bitch went from Bishop and Juice and graduated to Nino Brown, nigga. Oh, no. Hey, Thief, what is she talking about? Why is she all happy? Yeah, them niggas don't fuck with her, nigga. You really just did us a solid, my nigga. We appreciate it. Played y'all niggas. Damn, nigga. That's tough. That's fucking tough, Chris. Oh, damn, Chris. Chris, that's tough, bro. She got y'all niggas, bro. Oh. Damn.
Who? He's like, everybody. And he was like proud of it. And at that time, I mean, I already was like, what did I do? Like you said, the other part was going to a town hall meeting. And, you know, people have asked, and it wasn't the case that I didn't want the people to, you know, speak their voice. But a town hall meeting is very different than having, you know, a regular election. I think that if it was something where we would have had a regular election, it would have been kind of a whole different mindset. For me, once again, I'm just, you know, speaking for myself. I just saw that.
Nigga, we know you speaking for yourself. Chris, I'm not going to be as mad as you as I would be. Especially since you eating the crow. You're eating the crow. You're holding yourself accountable. So it is what it is.
You know, the way a town hall meeting would be set up, that there would just be so much chaos. And I just, unfortunately, had kind of saw that there, you know, it would just possibly be like something that was going to be stuck in the courts and things like that for some time, just because of the way the process goes. It's really kind of an older process.
I see.
But like I said, if it was kind of like a normal general election, that would have, you know, I think that would have been, you know, much smoother and much better, where you're having, you know, outside, you know, say like the county, you know, as they do with other elections, running it and things like that. You know, it's basically an old-fashioned, you know, everybody for this person get on this side of the room, and everyone. So I mean, and then what if you had 8 people trying to, you know? I just saw. So I mean, those were really the reasons that were in my head. Yeah.
A little over 2 years later now. How do you feel about that decision now? Do you have any regret?
Hit him where it hurt.
About that decision?
I do, definitely. Obviously, with everything going on, just, you know, the financial things and just a host of others, you know, I mean, I definitely do, yeah. And once again, it's something that a lot of people have asked me, you know, hey, like, just like you just said, hey, at this point in time, I mean, you know, how do you feel? You know, do you feel it was, you know, like you said, it was a regret or it was a mistake? And yeah, I definitely do. And, you know.
Okay, so if I ever interview you, Chris, I won't even ask you that question. There's no need. I got my answer.
I've even, you know, gone to the point where I've told people, hey, you know, listen.
You got to understand the level of embarrassment this one man feel. Because he's the one that gave her overlord power. Him. And when she was celebrating, a light went off in his head like, what does she mean? What are they going to think now? She got a problem with the board back in Dalton? They don't like her? Nah, they don't like her. So you mean they don't like me now either?
Sorry.
Yeah, was your relationship close when things first started?
No, not really. No, okay. Actually, in all honesty, no. Like I said, we had spoke a few times, but really, no. I mean, nothing that I would consider close, by no means.
One of the items of, fast forwarding now again in time to current day, one of the items of recent controversy has been the referenda that are going to be on the ballot for the March 19 presidential primary election. Our viewers will be doing that in just a couple of days, going to the polls. 3 referenda are on the ballot for Thornton Township. The one that is most significant and generating the most headlines, shall we say, is regarding mental health. So a tax increase to fund mental health services at the township level. Local legislators have urged residents to vote against that. Many local mayors have urged residents to vote no on that. I'm curious what your understanding is of that referendum, and if you have any opinion. I know you can't speak on behalf of the township and tell people how to vote, but if you have any opinions or concerns regarding that referendum.
Sure. Well, as far as the referendum goes, this is the second time it's being tried.
That's right.
You know, it failed the first time. But I think, you know, a lot of people have been talking about the tax increase, and I'm a person, I mean, obviously I'm not for, you know, generally a tax increase. I mean, sometimes.
Y'all niggas always say that.
Sometimes, let's face it, it might be necessary or something like that. Yeah. But to the point, you know, exactly, the township actually had, in the past, already a mental health program going that was actually basically dismantled. Yeah. There were a lot of tricks, or not tricks, but just things that weren't working for a little while, you know, mainly because of COVID. I mean, obviously you just can't, you know, you just weren't able to do a lot of those things for a little while. But then after coming out, it just wasn't really put back together, basically. So the township already had a mechanism for that. We were already doing it. Yeah. We could start it back up as soon as possible if there really was, if it was just a point of saying, hey, you know, somebody saying, I feel this strongly about mental health, there's a need, then let's do it. I mean, the infrastructure's there. You know, so, I mean, yeah, just do it. So, I mean, to me, that's the first point. Just like I said, then why do we need a referendum initially if everything's basically there? You know,
$42, and Dr. Cloud corrected me. $42 per 100,000. Finesse, a whole finesse.
Right.
That's kind of the first thing.
And there seems to be a record of, I remember it was one of the first board meetings where Supervisor Henyard had become a supervisor. One of the first firings was someone in the counseling.
Correct, exactly, yes, definitely.
So there's a track record there that exists of seemingly not making that a priority.
Exactly,
now
correct.
To say that it is a priority seems maybe disingenuous.
Yeah, exactly, yes, no, definitely. And then like kind of the second point to that is, I feel we've had some issues already with transparency, with being open about the finances. So how could we realistically think about adding more to that?
Let me give you, let me go ahead and activate the trusty translator. Because I know sometimes you guys don't understand councilman talk. Let me go ahead and give you some trusty translation. The bitch don't ever let us see the books. She already done stole money. We can't trust that hoe with $3 million. That bitch gonna steal that shit too. Raggedy hoe. You don't have to confirm, Trustee Gonzalez. I know that's what you meant.
You know, so that's kind of where I'm at.
So in other words, even if you're
that's kind of where I'm at. Told you. Can't trust that bitch.
On board with funding additional mental health services at the township
Which
level.
is a serious thing, you know, obviously.
Right.
And
think about it like this. Let's say you was thinking about loaning a nigga $30. Would you loan a nigga $30 if when you was getting ready to grab your wallet, a nigga said, hey man, hold on, man, that nigga owe me $17,000. He's not paying that back. He'd be like, maybe. And then he'd be like, that's $17,000 last time I checked the books. He won't even let me see how much he actually owes me now. You putting your wallet right back in your fucking pocket. You putting your wallet right back in your motherfucking pocket. You ain't trying to hear that shit. So that's what they see. These niggas over here in like the mayors, all these other mayors and Gonzalez and shit that all signed these letters and all this shit, signed that letter and shit to send it to the residents. All these niggas is sitting here like, why the fuck would we give her $3 million when I just saw Trustee House and the rest of the trustees over there all sit there and go, the last time we saw the receipts back in May, or I believe it was, we were $7 million in the hole. So even if I believe she hasn't accrued a single dollar of debt since then, that's $7 million in the hole. Why would we give her $3 million? That don't take no complex government thinking and bill writing and shit, nigga. That's just logic, nigga. That bitch got them $7 million in the hole. No, the answer's no. You ain't fucking our money up. Remember, he even said it. We got the money, because I even told y'all that. I was like, notice how these mayors, none of them have said we can't do this because we don't have the money. They all said we can't do this because this bitch won't tell us where the money going.
No, yeah.
You might not be 100% confident that the money raised for that is going to be going towards that purpose.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Okay. Especially last year when we were going through it. I said, okay, so, you know, so everything's out there. We got this referendum, you know, but where's the detail saying, all we saw was an estimate of what was going to come in, but okay, where's the breakdown? Or at least, once again, an estimate. Obviously, you don't know exact numbers, but, you know, we estimate that, you know, I mean, just once again, as an example, 80% of every dollar we bring in is going to go directly to helping people. That's what I want to see.
Sure.
And obviously, not only last year, but this year,
Sure.
nothing like that.
So things like a hiring plan.
Oh, exactly.
You know,
Yep. We estimate,
things.
you know.
They literally just like, they literally just like, she asked us for $3 million, but won't tell us what it's for. What is it for? Mental health. Okay, that's cool. We with that. So what part of mental health does it go to? What kind of programs? What type of revenue is being generated? Are you guys building a facility? What's going on? Bitch, we said it's for mental health. Give us the fucking money. We ain't got to be doing all this back and forth, bitch. We said we want $3 million. Vote on that shit and give me the fucking money, ho. The fuck wrong with you? I told you it's for mental health. Nigga, you sound like you need it, nigga. Mayor Henry, you need to hire me as your spokesperson. I'll get the job done. Hey, nigga, we not doing... Hey, nah, hold on. Man had the floor, Mayor. Hey, bitch ass nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. The mayor want $3 million, nigga, and we giving it to her, nigga. I yield back to the mayor. The fuck? I'm sorry, Mayor. Now I yield back. Supervisor Henry, may I have the floor? Hey, Chris Gonzalez, hey, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck we ain't gonna do in this motherfucker, nigga. You ain't gonna be hating all motherfucking meeting, nigga. What the fuck the supervisor want, nigga, you gonna vote yes with a smile, nigga. I'm gonna slide your bitch ass out in the foyer, nigga. You understand me? Supervisor, you may have the floor back. Thank you. Thief, sit your bitch ass down. You don't get shit done, nigga. I got this shit.
We're going to at least start with this many employees.
Sure,
you know, we obviously might need a director or whatever.
Right.
We estimate that, you know, these are going to be, you know, our estimated what we think we might be, you know, pay them or things like that. Once again, you never know exactly until you really start putting, but you could have examples. I mean, that's, you know, you have to actually. How could you throw out saying, hey, we're going to bring in $3 million and just, you know, don't worry about it. We'll fill in the blanks later.
Did I not tell you that's what she did? You thought I was making it up. The bitch told him, nigga, don't fucking work. Bitch, we said mental health. Give me the money, bitch. The fuck you mean? Don't wipe that smile off your face, nigga. It's a duffel bag over in the corner, nigga. Get over there and fill that bag up, nigga. You lucky we said mental health, nigga. We'll let you, nigga, when I bring the bag back, you gonna be happy. And as always, nigga, if you got any questions, you can just call my phone. But give me that motherfucking money, nigga. I'm not playing. Do you want me to get Shay back up here? Do you want me to get Village Administrator Hall back up here?
I mean, it just doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, or shouldn't. You know.
Have you ever tried to rob somebody for $3 million? Have you ever thought about robbing somebody for $3 million? If you ever thought about it, you either thought about how to do it super stealthy or about how many people you gonna kill. This bitch is like, I'm getting ready to rob these niggas for $3 million with no pistol, nigga. I ain't about to get nobody no head or nothing. I'm just gonna go in here. Tell these niggas, and bro, do you know, on some real shit, do you know how scared the trustees of the village of Dalton got that she pulled that shit? They like, what has this bitch done that she needs $3 million right now? They getting ready to repossess them trucks, nigga. Damn, Chris, what is going on?
Shouldn't. So that's kind of where I'm at on that.
All right, so we mentioned that talking about the kind of referendum that everyone is more concerned about, but there are 3 total. The other two, one is regarding a second food pantry, and the other is charging $2 for a township soup and salad.
How the fuck is Kamal Woods the kingpin when he can't even get this bitch to shut up? You want me to believe that nigga's the kingpin? Show me how he can get this bitch to shut the fuck up. No, that nigga's not the kingpin. I ain't saying that nigga innocent. He no fucking king. He can't even get this bitch to shut up. A kingpin would have her shut the fuck up at times. He's sitting there, he watch her on TV like, oh, fuck, here she go again. And then she come home, them motherfuckers get on my nerve. I know, baby. I saw this shit on the news. Yeah, I saw this shit on the news, man. I feel the same way. Nigga, she is not the, bro, again, the only type of, listen, let me make this very plain. And you can get mad, whoever would get mad at this. She ain't gonna heal to anybody other than a white man. Only a white man can check her. And I stand on it. Only a white man can check Tiffany Henyard.
So there are 3 total referenda, and the Illinois Election Code in Section 28 says that only 3 referenda may be put on the ballot by one public body. In other words, Thornton Township is at the max right now for referenda and an election. I'm curious if you feel there is a significance to there being those 3, given that some of those other 2, opening a second food pantry, charging $2 for the soup and salad bar, don't seem like the usual, doesn't meet the usual standard for going to the.
Well, you sound like you a white man that's built like Officer Lacey. With it being Potato Game, what's happening, Potato? No, it's a select group of white men. It's not every white. I don't want it to come across as every white man. No, none of you niggas that's got that. Bro, some of y'all thought y'all was finally getting that jungle fever. No, she's not healing to your fat ass at a gas station. She only healing to a nigga like me. Like, I can get her to heal. Certain black men can get her to heal, but she ain't around none of them niggas. She ain't around no man that's willing to call her a bitch. And if she ain't around any dude that's willing to call her a bitch to her face for being a bitch, not just like cause you gotta break them in. No, the shit she be doing, bitch, what's wrong with you? She ain't around no nigga like that. As a matter of fact, all the men around her are scared because they done seen her fire a gang of motherfuckers.
Public to consult for an issue like that. So I'm wondering if you think there's a significance to those 3.
No, I definitely do. I mean, I just feel that it was intended to crowd the ballot and not allow anything else to be put on that maybe might have been, something seen as negative towards the administration.
I see.
Because and in that meeting when it was being voted on, I had asked the question. I'm pretty sure you were at that one, but I had asked the question. I said, okay, we're talking about another food pantry and a soup kitchen, because the supervisor was saying how, she's heard that there's such a need and things like that. And I said, well, the bottom line is if you feel there's a need and you would just finish saying, that we have money, then let's just do it. I mean,
sure.
That's the bottom line to me. And really, the same thing had happened the year before. I don't remember off the top of my head as far as what they were, but there was a couple things that were on the ballot that just, like you said, they just weren't normal
don't
things.
Rise to that level.
Exactly, you put it perfectly.
It leads us to think why there are 3, and so one possible explanation is crowding out any potential adverse.
Correct. Yep. And if I understood it correctly, you could only put something on once a year. As far as being a specific.
Chris, are they doing anything illegal to your knowledge?
Referendum question. It's about the people. If there's a need, then we have the money. Once again, though, let's put it down. Let's say.
Right. Let's make the plan.
Yeah.
Let's see the plan.
Even for the referendum, there's no plan. And as far as those two questions,
opening a second pantry would be
how much
logistical.
How much is it going to cost?
Right.
Things of that nature. But there's, like I said, it's just thrown out there, and there's no backup.
All right. Something else that you're talking about voting on the referendum questions. The end of last year, the board also voted on a salary ordinance that has been a topic discussed.
Yes, let's talk about that. It's the salary. That 200 plus 224,000 down to 25,000. She's wild.
News media, shall we say? Can you just explain your understanding of that ordinance and what you believe the intended effect of it is?
Okay. Yep. Not a lawyer, but my understanding of it is.
Why would you need to slap the shit out of her? You think I got to put my hands on Tiffany Henry to check her? I don't need to put my hands on her for what? I'm an asset, nigga. She don't want to piss a nigga like me off because I'll start fucking with her. Then I'll be Nino Brown. Cancel that bitch. I'll buy another one. Don't nobody need to put their hands on Tiffany. Put their hands on her. Bro, first of all, she like that shit. You telling me that Tiffany Henry ain't the type to be in a toxic relationship, fist fighting, throwing bottles and shit across the room? I don't do that shit. Tiffany Henry like the fist fight. I'm cool. I ain't trying to turn her on. Allegedly.
You could only change. So say even today, if we were having a meeting, you could only change. You can't change salary, say today. It's got to be for the next administration.
Think about it like this: since you've been watching Dalton and news in Dalton, how many times have you noticed that Tiffany don't look like any of the girls in Dalton? All of the girls in Dalton, yeah, some of them have different looks and stuff like that, but they all have a more natural look to them. She's like the only one in Dalton that wears all that fucking makeup, and she keeps wearing more and more and more. She used to not wear that much when she was trying to fit in.
So it was put out that, and I don't have all the numbers, but anyways, so say, and so I'll just use examples, so a new trustee gets elected, that person will get paid from there forward $5,000 a year. The supervisor, I think, was like $25,000 a year, and different numbers like that.
Like a sore thumb.
Once again, I guess the question is, why? And for me, the obvious reason is.
Now, here's what I'll say with the weave thing. With Tiffany, the weave ain't really the problem, per se. None of them fucking trustees wear anywhere near a lot of makeup. That's cap. Trustee Norwood does not wear a lot. I've never seen Trustee Norwood with a lot of makeup. She don't have to wear it. Trustee Belcher don't have to wear a lot of makeup. She's the only one that puts on like 25 pounds of fucking makeup. Her wigs be looking fried. That's just a fact.
You're just trying to deter people from running.
To be clear, the ordinance is something like $25,000 for a new supervisor. But if the incumbent maintains the position,
they get to keep
the current salary, which is north of $200,000.
Correct.
So that's the real questionable part of it, right?
Correct. Yes.
So it'd be one thing to say, period, $25,000 for anyone after the next election, but to say apart from the incumbent implies that there's maybe that discouraging people from running.
Correct.
Against
Yeah. That one kind of hits on so many levels. It was either that meeting that was voted on, or it might have been the one before that was just kind of the supervisor who was, I guess, basically just trying to get some information.
The motherfucker said that heavy makeup cover of her Lil Wayne tats. Yeah, all them teardrop tattoos and shit.
About it, and she was had complained about the high salary. And I said, but that's your salary. I mean, if you feel it's too much, then
thank you, Succeed. Like, I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and lie on Trustee Norwood with her chocolatey self. Look, she be out here looking natural, and now that I know the trustees, I can't even really say what I really be wanting to say, because that's mad unprofessional. But nigga, Trustee Norwood she do not be wearing. I ain't never seen her out here with even a 1/25th of the makeup that bitch is wearing. I gotta ask Jason House what page is her makeup bill on.
And why are you accepting it? Or even if you accept it, give half of it, to charity or back. I mean,
Karma, I think I did see that.
Because that's you. You're getting that money now.
Because the way that she's doing it is Keith got control of the money and Keith is buying the shit and then giving it to her. That's why she's like, I don't have nothing to do with the credit cards. So just know when she says that, she's throwing Keith under the bus when she says that.
Yeah, I'm not maybe necessarily complaining, but you are. So and then to pass that ordinance, and like you said, to exclude herself, and to still get that money, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Another note of controversy that we've seen in the media recently has been regarding the supervisor.
It was all on them receipts. They we gonna have to do that, and I might have to hit her, Miss Wiedemann. I don't know if it's Ms. or Mrs. If it's Mrs., I apologize. She has she had all the receipts before they stopped. She's basically the reason she stopped showing the receipts, because they start reading the shit, and it was like, bro, I even read a gang of the charges off the other night. It's outrageous the shit that she was having on there. And that hair bill, and then it was she was sending money to PayPal accounts monthly and shit.
Charitable Foundation, the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. The township in the past has supported and financially contributed to, in various ways, some cancer walks, at least some of which have been affiliated with the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Recently, the Illinois Attorney General has demanded paperwork from the foundation, and kind of in light of that, in light of what's going on there, it seems that Supervisor Henyard has been trying to distance herself from the foundation that bears her name, kind of saying that yeah, my name is on it, but I wasn't involved in starting it or something like that. I seem to recall having been in some township meetings myself.
That nigga's like, now that I think about it, I remember the bitch said it was her shit. Lying bitch. You know what? I remember this bitch talking about this shit.
That's a new angle for me. And I'm wondering if in your opinion, what's your recollection about what she has said about her involvement with the charitable foundation that bears her name?
Like you said, in the meeting, she said...
Just say she lied. This is where I know the politician rule is you can't say somebody lied. This is where y'all fuck up. You can literally get people to believe in what you're saying by saying the obvious. That bitch lied. Allegedly. You could throw allegedly on there, but in my opinion, she lied. I heard her say that was her charity, and now she's saying it ain't. So she lied. Just say that.
I and we, when it comes to the charity.
Yeah, right.
I mean, even ultimately, that just goes to...
Thank you, GOAT. Tiffany is a motherfucking lie. That's all you gotta say. I can't wait until the Dalton trustees pass a superseding motion to call Tiffany a motherfucking lie. Nigga, hey, I heard motherfucking... Bro, you don't remember when Kiana called her a lie? She said, state the facts. She said, you a lie? That's when I was like, okay, I can fuck with her. Call her a liar, nigga. She's lying.
Even if your name isn't on as the, whatever you want to call it, director or...
Sure.
It's still your name on the charity. Yeah. So, we could start there. I mean, to say I have nothing to do with it. But then at the same time, I mean, I mean, a lot of people, I'm sure you've seen the footage of them going down to Springfield. It's like, okay, you were there. So once again, to say, oh, hey, I've got nothing to do with it.
And it's one thing to have...
means you lied. Put the you lied part.
Have a charitable foundation that is, you know, not submitting the correct paperwork or whatever. But it's another issue to have that exist and also have a publicly funded, you know, a taxing body be contributing money to that foundation and really have no sense of exactly where the money is going.
Correct, exactly, yes. And that was one of the, going back, because that was quite a while ago with that, but that was that was probably, if I can remember correctly, kind of the instance where I really started saying, I can't vote yes on things. Because that was one of those cases where it was, you know, here you go, minutes before the meeting, and then, you know, afterwards, I'm going through it, and I'm like, wait, $10,000, you know, and that's really what it was like. Wait a second, you have to.
That's how she got the $10,000, and that was what fucked her up with his vote. She slid the shit in front of him. This nigga been running game on this nigga for years. She been running game on this nigga for years. She put the motherfucking shit on this nigga desk right before the vote. This is why you don't vote on shit before reading it, nigga. This is why. That nigga, she sits the shit down, gets the nigga to vote on it, then the nigga reads it after the fact. It's like, wait, $10,000 for you for Tiffany Cares? What? Why were y'all so trusting of her in the beginning? Who told y'all to trust her?
You just can't, you know, obviously just vote yes on something just because, or, you know, whatever. No, it's just, you can't.
It's a potentially sensitive question here, Chris. Recently, some concerning reports from large media, and I'm going to read this because I scripted this out because it is sensitive.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Some large media, such as NBC5 and WGN, have shed light on an alleged incident during Supervisor Henyard's trip to Las Vegas. That trip itself, as you know, came under scrutiny for some extravagant spending that took place on the taxpayers' dime, including on...
Do y'all know the type of fun they was having on that trip? Popping bottles, raping bitches. Sound, bro, rock star life. She wanted to live that real rock star life. She out here living the rock star life, and apparently motherfucking Andrew Holmes is allegedly out here like Jared Fogle.
Township taxpayers' dime. But now a sexual misconduct allegation has come to light with a formal complaint filed with the Illinois Department of Human Rights. The complaint is from a former assistant to Mayor Henyard, and that assistant alleges that an unnamed Dalton trustee acted
Andrew Holmes
appropriately toward her, and that she woke up in the trustee's hotel room. She also...
And for the record, I have confirmed the unnamed trustee is Andrew Holmes. I have confirmed this. The news still, that's why you expected the news to say that Andrew Holmes turned himself into the FBI. The news still won't even say that the trustee in question is Andrew Holmes. They have thrown Stan Brown completely under the bus. Remember that. Y'all niggas
claimed that she told Mayor Henyard about the incident and was told it would be handled. That employee also claims that after she told Mayor Henyard, she was then put on unpaid leave indefinitely. Obviously, it's still very early in this process, and I know nothing more about that. No charges have been filed, much less proven. But if these allegations were to...
What do you mean we gotta ask why this lady didn't say anything to the police the morning she woke up? Nigga, she literally did. What are you talking about? She not only told a police officer, the police officer told her, and then she went and told the police officer's boss, you know, the mayor. What you mean? She went to the biggest cop in all of Dalton, nigga. I can blame women when it's time to blame them on some bullshit, but nigga, I don't know what else she was supposed to do. She the next morning says something. Cop tells her, she tells the mayor, and then she immediately went and got medical attention. That the next morning. This was the next. I don't know what else she was supposed to do. Remember, she was passed out. What was she supposed to do? Unpass out and go to the hospital? And go to the police? I don't know what else I don't know what else she was supposed to do. And then Tiffany tells her, allegedly, just go home, I'll handle it. And then fired the bitch while she was at home. So I think you might have like cases messed up or something.
Be proven true. What do you feel the supervisor's
right,
response?
like literally, she felt weird and felt discomfort when she woke up, and another officer told her, "Oh, that nigga hit me and said he fucked you." Andrew did not. Tell me what Andrew told you.
Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, and went upstairs and fucked her.
Should be, and what does that say about the supervisor and her leadership?
Correct.
Last May, almost a year ago.
Yeah, basically, I really just know kind of what you know.
It was either last May or last April.
About these the allegations, and that's at this point, like you said, that's what they are, allegations. But like you said, I mean, as we go forward, and if they are, where like you said, charges are filed and things of that nature. I mean, it's just I mean, let's face it, we have a lot of problems, from my viewpoint at the township. But this is just something that's, I mean, just unacceptable. I mean, just it just truly is. I mean, you're talking about, and I mean, yes, with people getting fired or things like that. Say at the township. I mean, yeah, maybe you're ruining somebody's life or their career. But I mean, like I said, to me, this is just something that's totally different. I mean, so it's just, like I said, it's just unacceptable.
And for the record, trustees, I don't have no problem with them not saying Andrew Holmes' name. They sitting in a different position in this. Remember, Andrew Holmes sits between Jason House and Kiana Belcher, which means they found out this week they've been sitting next to an alleged rapist. And if he really did rape this bitch, and if he is an alleged rapist, they also found out they biggest fucking enemy that sits behind them covered it up. Because I'm sure when Tiffany Henyard's assistant got fired, nobody told Trustee Belcher, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, or Trustee House that, hey, we fired her because she got raped, or she alleged she got raped. So we didn't want to deal with that. Because if this gets out, it would ruin me. They were not told that. How you think them niggas feel? This is the part I don't understand. How the fuck you gonna get fired on your day off?
And I just, I'd mentioned.
Yeah, and she a black woman, and she always bringing that shit up. But another black woman don't give a fuck. That's one of Andrew hoes.
About it just makes it difficult from my perspective for that administration to go forward. Just for a variety of reasons, obviously just the wrongness.
I want you to explain to me how the fuck Kiana and Jason are supposed to sit in the meetings. Like, are you really gonna if Jason House goes, look, I don't want to sit next to an alleged rapist. I looked into some shit, I read some shit, and I don't want to sit next to an alleged rapist. What if he says that? What you gonna do? Trustee. Stay. We talking about the bills, trustee. We talking this. No, it's not time for that. You know how bad you gonna look on TV Telling some motherfuckers they gotta sit next to an alleged rapist and they out of order for saying they don't want to sit next to this nigga. Rubber meets road in 2 weeks. I know you gonna do the whole shit and y'all not having that meet Monday because you bitch like that. But you gotta get paid. So you pulling up the first Monday in April and I will be there live. Front to back. Live. Yeah, Alexis Wilson was a black woman and you was like, fuck her. Fuck her. Have you seen the tape? No. Why would I watch the tape? My cop said they killed that bitch for a good reason. So why would I watch the tape? Wasn't that you, Tiffany? Tiffany, that wasn't you. That wasn't you. That was you, wasn't it? You gonna act like that wasn't you. I thought that was you. I could have swore that was you. I can't find you before 2013, but I can find you on that shit though. That black boy got killed. His buddy got a brain injury. They got $34 million. Did you show up to even bro, $34 million. Why didn't you just go tell them sorry? To go with that $34 million, why don't you just go tell them niggas sorry? It would have looked great for your campaign. You just evil. Evil.
You know, the allegations, but also just the being able to fulfill the daily duties and things.
Andrew Holmes, if you got a burner phone, did you fuck that bitch? Why do you keep, she's a rape victim. Why do you keep calling her that bitch? Because that's how he referred to her. She wasn't nothing but a bitch to him. I'll just drug this little hoe, fuck her, and nobody will ever believe the great honorable Andrew Holmes did shit against this bitch. Who can she tell? She can tell her if she won't. The news media will never report anything bad about me. Ever. Yeah. Oh yeah. And they told her no. She tried to appeal that shit. Instead of her apologizing to them when they awarded them $34 million, Kara's not lying. Instead of her apologizing to them black men, she appealed it. She was like, I don't want to pay them niggas. These are true stories out of Dalton, bro. This shit crazy. Bro, it's crazy I did that stream about Andrew Holmes. I had no clue the shit was about to happen like it did. But I told y'all something wasn't right with his media coverage. When have you ever heard that everybody knows who a rapist is, but they not allowed to say it? That's some black box shit. You better pay attention.
Like that, whether at the township.
All right, so we're going to set that aside. Now, we've discussed a variety of different things, different concerns, different questions that you've had. Let's say a resident, I've spoken to a lot of Thornton Township residents.
But here's the fucked up part about it, Shelby. The fucked up part about it is, she did. From what they tell me, that bro, and just as men in general, I just want to put this out here for people to know about the average man. The average man is not looking at her like she could have done more. She was at dinner with people she trusted and knew, and she went with. So we can't sit here and be like, well, you was out with some nigga you didn't know. She was with her fucking boss and a trustee on a trip. She leaves, she gets dizzy, she passes out, she wakes up, immediately announces she don't feel right, then gets wind of what happened, then tells the mayor, then goes to the doctor. I don't know any man that hears that and goes, well, that bitch should have did this. That bitch, no, I don't. Just for the record, that's not average man thinking. That's outlier shit. She called him uncle? No shit? Oh, nigga, stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all was sleeping on that Levi 501 jacket. Dalton now got a fucking rape case, bro. I feel so sorry for the Village of Dalton. Village of Dalton, when y'all get a hold of this, y'all gotta stay on the path of the Lord and get off that fuck shit. Y'all see what true evil bring.
Who are very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the questions that they ask me,
he said she was drunk and on drugs. That's how I knew he did it. Who goes, this motherfucker's clearly under, man, she was clearly under the influence of drugs and alcohol. How do you know? Because he knew some shit was going to turn up in her system. He knew that she went to the doctor and some shit probably turned up in her system. Andrew, and y'all don't have to believe me when I say this, because I'm probably lying. But Andrew Holmes, look at me. I know that you tried to cover up the rape with the fucking cop. No, I know. I can independently confirm that you did that. I'm not going to tell you through what method. I'll tell you what method. I know it was an email. Multiple confirmations on this. But I'm probably lying, so I'm just some YouTuber. I be lying, you know what I mean? Those that know me, you know me. I be lying like a motherfucker, so. And so all this shit where y'all niggas think motherfuckers think Andrew Holmes right now beating his meat. Nigga, he is locked the fuck up, nigga. And if he is at home, he's been released. How many times have you heard the news say, there's been conflicting reports out there about this, blah, 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 but have they come out with any conflicting reports about Andrew Holmes? No. Pay attention. Chief Lacey, and it's crazy because I'm gonna just be bouncing around. I'm coming back, Chief Lacey, because I got this Alexis Wilson stream coming up. Everybody, you know, I'm off on Sundays. I gotta praise the Lord on Sunday. But I got some more digging to do in Dalton. And Trustee House told me that while we wait, he did tell me the following, which I think we should be happy about. This doesn't mean we can get an answer to everything, but he said we can ask him any questions we have about anything going on in Dalton. So for that, we must thank Jason House for having that ability for us to be up. Good night, Hiram. Am I saying that right? Hiram? I'm so sorry if I didn't. So we got Trustee Belcher's ear. We got Jason House ear on record. So, and we got several shit going on off the record. Allegedly. We're liars. I want to ask questions about Tiffany Henyard pre-2013, but I'm waiting because I want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row before I look like a fool. You know what I mean? Because this is about to start being a question that I ask because I'm about to be interviewing multiple people from Dalton. I want to interview not just like higher ups. I want to interview from the top all the way down to what they consider the bottom, you know, the real motherfuckers, the people who actually run the bitch. That's a damn shame they call y'all niggas at the bottom. But I want to talk to some residents too on cam. If niggas want to cam up, I want to talk to some residents too. You feel me, Karma? Because again, I think it's very important to talk to people on the ground because you don't want to ever get it lost in the shuffle. That's why I made sure to ask Trustee Belcher, what is it that y'all want from us? I don't want us to be coming in and be like, this is what we have. Like, nigga, that might not be what they need at all. We in this motherfucking Dalton shit now, so I'm not just, this ain't no shade to nobody. Everybody has their own different style. I have a live stream style where I stream for 4 to 6 hours daily, 6 days a week. So once I sink my teeth into something, then we got to get full understanding on shit. I'm not just going to come every night repeating the same fucking clips. This is a real fucking project, and one thing I learned is the village of Dalton is taking this shit seriously, bro. They are so elated to have several YouTubers risk their fucking lives coming into their town and just helping spread this word any fucking way possible. I want y'all to understand, they are mad grateful about that shit. So I don't, everything take time, and I just don't be wanting nobody to think that, hey, he forgot. But nah, we gonna fuck with this shit because, again, I'm telling y'all, and I said this in the beginning, I said this a couple weeks ago, where I'm like, look, y'all getting ready to all get justice y'all was looking for. It may not look the way you wanted it to look, but didn't I tell y'all just wait on it? And then a week later, Andrew Holmes turns himself into the feds. Because Jason didn't want to think I thought he was bullshit. I'm like, that was kind of the tone he had. And I'm like, no, I was like, yeah, like, this shit, things have changed. Like, we got to wait, you know what I mean? Nigga, shit done changed. And that's why, and here's the other thing. You think the media don't know the tactic? They know the feds would never come out and say they all were lying. Because whenever it goes, quote unquote, public, that's when the news is going to come in and be like, that's when it happened. They ain't going to have no choice. They okay with that right now because there ain't no pictures of shit floating around. So they don't have to. That's why they gaslit and had that fucking police chief sit out there and go, yeah, South Holland never locked anybody up. We never said y'all did, bitch. Almond head motherfucker. This nigga cut his hair with a vegetable peeler. This nigga had a whole ass handler standing next to him.
Is what can I do?
Okay.
And I think that's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
I have some of my answers to that question. I'm curious what you as a trustee have told residents, or what you would recommend residents, who they should talk to, what they should do, what can concerned people do?
Well, first of all, I mean, I'd like to thank, media outlets like yourself and obviously others, just for shedding some light and giving those people somewhere to speak.
Yeah.
Because that's really kind of what one of the problems is. It's like, people knowing kind of what's going on, so they could really try to find out for themselves if they, need to or want to. But I think overall, I've encouraged the citizens to come to the meetings, and even if they don't come to speak, just listen, come sit down, and and if they do want to ask questions of one of us afterwards, you would hope that they would get some answers, or at least saying, hey, let me take down your information. Let me find out. 'Cause our voters are great. They're educated. As far as, what's going on, they're involved. So just like I said, if they have questions, come and ask them. If they have comments, come and give them. That's really, and then just obviously just kind of gather up information on your own and make your own decision. I've told people, listen, I said, hey, I'm sorry. I feel that I made a mistake as far as all, from the beginning. Sure. I said, but guess what? This is America, and, people may want to look at.
I forgive you. Whenever you can say with your chest out and your head held high, man, I fucked up, bro. Yeah, I should not have fucked with that bitch. But look, I'm heading the charge. Let's get this bitch out. I can respect it.
The township as running it like a dictator or something, But no, guess what? Your voice will come, And I just, so I mean, yeah, we'll have an opportunity. The people will have an opportunity that'll be the next biggest step, for the people.
In talking with many different Thornton Township residents, one of the sentiments that I have heard from some people, and it was just reinforced this week by someone I met, is that not only do they feel that Thornton Township leadership is not doing right by the taxpayers, they believe that the township level of government is an unnecessary level of government. The woman I talked to this week...
Nigga, they trying to abolish y'all niggas. Shit! This is what happens when you fuck up. People start assessing the situation like, do we even need these niggas? Because these niggas is fucking up a lot of shit. Do we even need them?
Said, use the phrase duplication of services. In other words, at the municipal level, the county level, at the state level, you have other services that are overlapping, and therefore the township level is unnecessary. I'm curious, you, as you explained, have been in the township level for a very long time.
First of all, nobody asked you to come in here trying to educate nobody. You got to show some better tact than that.
As anyone to ask, why do you feel the township level is necessary, and if so, why?
I do. Obviously, I might be a little bit biased.
I can fuck with Gonzalez, bro. I can fuck with most politicians wouldn't keep that shit a stack. This nigga's like, why would I want to abolish my job? Why would I want to sit here and be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have my own job? Keep it a stack.
But no, I definitely do. There's some services, obviously, that are, duplicate may not be the exact word, but I think, even going back, almost when townships were even created, they were one of the first forms of government. Yeah. But it was always, bringing the certain services closer to the people, as close as possible. So there are things, say, like general assistance, the assessor's office. Can somebody go maybe to the state or to, Cook County to get some of those services? Yes, obviously they can. But I look at the perspectives of, and right now it may not be the case, unfortunately, but, from many years when I've been at the township, it was always that place where people said, this is going on in my life, or, my dad needs help, or, my aunt needs help. And usually the first words out of whoever they were talking to, their mouth would say, hey, go to the township. They may not be able to help you, but they're going to send you, they're either going to help you or they're going to send you where you need to go to get help. Yeah. So I think it's kind of almost like a coverall in a way.
Yeah, but that's what's happening with Tiffany as the leader? Like, again, I hear all of that, Gonzalez, but the part that sucks for you is people are realizing that the juice ain't worth the squeeze when this bitch is squeezing everything about it, that bitch.
And then even on top of that, it's, we have seniors. My dad, he can't get around very much. So it might be hard for him to go to downtown Chicago. But it's a little bit easier for him.
Is your dad going to downtown Chicago worth having Tiffany Henry the supervisor? That's really what it comes down to.
To go to the township and get some services done. Maybe some tweaks need to be made. Like I said, I'm an open person. I think we could look at stuff like that. But I still think it's viable. Even when you talk to some of the villages, they're kind of the same way. Where I've heard so many times when I've gotten calls from even Lansing, some of the village officials that say, hey, I've got this person, they need some help. you know, whether it be with their property taxes or whatever. You know, can you help them? I'm gonna, you know, if they need to make an appointment or whatever, you know, is it okay if they contact you or things like that? Even now as a trustee that happens, you know, some of them know I was the assessor before or something like that, or they say, hey, we got this family where, you know, their house caught on fire or something like that. They need just kind of some emergency help, you know, and they could get that from the township.
The next election that we've talked about.
I mean, that do make sense, but it just sucks when you get a motherfucker like her in charge, because it would go back the other way, where it's like maybe technically they could survive without it, but the moment they do it, they would miss it. If they would think they would miss it, they would be fooling themselves. You would. You just want her out. And sometimes like, you know, sometimes it feels that bad. It feels so bad we're just like, fuck it all. Just fuck all of it. But I ain't seen enough to say fuck the whole township.
In 2025.
I can see a lot to say fuck a bunch of them motherfuckers in there though.
Township election is in 2025, next year. You've been involved with the township for a long time. Do you see your name anywhere on the township ballot come 2025?
I mean, right now, in all honesty, I really don't know. I haven't made any decisions, and that's 100% honest.
You mean to tell me you don't at least want to go one more term just to have a term without Tiffany? For real? You don't just want one more?
Would I like to? Yes, oh, definitely. Sure. Like I said, I mean, the township's like home to me. You know, I felt that I had some explaining to do, basically, and I mean, obviously, a forum like this helps with that.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it's something that you think about, obviously, and it's like, hey, you know, will the people, you know, what light are they gonna, you know, or how are they gonna look at me? So like that's why I said it's good to get, you know, to be open and, you know, like I said, so kind of going forward, you get an idea. And like I said earlier, there's been a lot of people, you know, contacting me, whether it be through like, you know, they might get my phone number for someone else.
You know what I just thought of? How come Tiffany needs all that security and he don't? And I'm not saying like people should do something to him. I'm saying that how are people so mad at her that she's trying to be like, people want to kill her and shit like that. But the nigga that put her in power, he walks around like nothing. That's not how that would work. He would be fucked up too. She got this big ass detail. The nigga that put her in power, this nigga, he's still driving this same Corolla.
Or, you know, like say through a Facebook or something like that, saying thank you. And, you know, if you need help for the next election, you know, let us know. And I mean, like I said, these are people I don't know even, you know, never met. Or they might say, hey, I know, you know, Joe, whatever, you know, and he said to contact you because I had some questions and, you know, kind of the same thing. They'll say, oh, hey, you know, if you need help, let us know. So, I mean, that's obviously extremely encouraging. The one thing, obviously, you know, the township's very big. It's huge. So it's hard for, say, one person to cover. I mean, traditionally, there's been people who ran as individuals, but just looking at things realistically, it takes a lot of money, you know.
Sure.
So
to get your name out there.
Oh, definitely, you know, and especially at this day and age where.
Man, stop playing, Chris. Fundraising for you is easy. Do you want this bitch to be the supervisor? Vote Chris to ditch that bitch. Hit the polls and vote Chris to ditch that bitch. You want to ditch that bitch? Then vote Chris. Come on, Chris. We can get them shirts made next week. I'll wear one on the show. Ditch that bitch. Vote Chris. Come on, man. You can use that, and you ain't even got to tell nobody I gave it to you, bro. That's all you. No, you can't call a black woman a bitch out loud. They'll call you racist. Shit. Can you call her a slut? I don't think you can do that either. Fuck. Chris, you ain't gotta say much. It's Tiffany, bro. Just say Tiffany, nigga. I'm going against Tiffany. That should be enough.
It's not so much of the old-fashioned, knocking on people's doors. I mean, mailings are expensive.
If you,
even
Chris,
do, like,
if you knock
like
on my door and say I'm out here campaigning for everybody to ditch that bitch, you got my vote. There's several Dalton residents for sure. You nigga, that's part of the township. Nigga, you can knock doors in Dalton. Yes, you standing there with a ditch that bitch shirt on. Hi, great afternoon. I'm Christopher Gonzalez. I'm running for re-election of trustee in Thornton Township. I see you've noticed my shirt. That's right. I am campaigning to ditch that bitch. Do I have your vote on election day? Come on, Chris. That's a winner, nigga. Man, y'all politicians be so scary. Y'all niggas be scared to win the fucking race, nigga. The race be right there to win, nigga. I open the door and see a nigga with a ditch that bitch. I'm ditching that bitch. She gone, nigga. She gone. The fuck? Get that bitch the fuck up out of here. We ditching that hoe. Nah, baby, this nigga, nah, baby, we ditching that bitch. We listening to the nigga at the door.
Facebook blast and things like that. That's, it costs a lot of money. So it is hard for an individual to say, hey, I'm going to just run for whatever, XYZ spot. And, it's considerable. So those are the things you have to consider. Yeah. Is it just viable to be able to get it done? And I'm speaking kind of from my perspective. I'm not one to do something just to do it, just because I feel like I'm entitled or something. No, you look at something realistically. Do I have support for the people? Do I have the financial? Because even if I didn't run, as far as the township is concerned, I'm not going away. As far as either helping.
Hold on, Tiffany. Hey. Hey, let's get a motherfucking thing straight, nigga. I'm not running from that bitch. Don't get, hey, real shit, my nigga. Hey, real quick. Don't get that shit twisted, nigga. I'm not running from that bitch.
Or, helping someone else that wants to run or something like that. It's not like I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm, taking my ball and going home, as they say. Absolutely not. So, I will be involved.
Nigga, if you thought I was taking my ball and going home, nigga. Whether or not I run, bitch, I'm gonna be outside, nigga. Just so you know, bitch, whether or not I run, a nigga will still be outside. Tell her then, Chris. Fuck the dumb shit.
In some way, as long as, somebody will say, accept that, sure. Or vice versa, or even if they didn't, if I felt something wasn't going on right, I'm going to be that person speaking my 3 minutes at the meeting. Sure. That's not going away. Sure. As a matter of fact, sometimes.
Your comment is over. Shut the fuck up, nigga, former trustee. You, former trustee Gonzalez, who can't win a damn thing.
I think in my head, I think, I'd probably be better off signing in as a commenter. Hey, let me take off the trustee hat real quick and go over here and get my 3 minutes, uninterrupted. But anyways, yeah. So I really haven't made a decision. Even if I didn't, for me, I still feel like I'm doing the right thing, and I hope the people look at it. No,
nigga. No, Chris. You gotta see this through. You can't put her in that shit and leave office before her. Nah, nigga, hell no. Like Major Payne said, what, and send you on vacation? Oh no, nigga. You started this shit. You can't sit here and take all this accountability and then be the first nigga out the door. Yeah, nigga, I fucked that shit up, but I'm gonna get at y'all though. I'll holler at y'all. Yeah, y'all let me know how that shit go. No, nigga, you running for re-election because you got to finish fixing this. This nigga trying to slide out the back door. No, Chris, we not going for this.
All-encompassing, that I just didn't fold and go with things that I didn't feel comfortable with.
Well, Chris, thank you for your service on the board. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for answering our questions. You've consistently been there after meetings for me to ask you questions, and I appreciate your honesty and your...
That's love.
your willingness to share your opinion and your experience as a trustee. Thank you, the members of the public, for reading the Lansing Journal stories, for reading stories from WGN and Fox 32 and NBC. Thank you for staying informed and connected. There are many reasons that we can pitch to you why staying informed and connected is important, and things happening in Thornton Township is certainly one of them. So please continue to stay informed. As Chris has said, hopefully we'll see you at a future Thornton Township board meeting. Maybe the annual meeting would be a great...
Dalton, get y'all ass. Ain't that part of Thornton Township? Get your fucking ass there.
Great time to come and see what's going on at the township for yourself. Thank you for watching today. Chris, thank you for the time today. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you, and we will see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Hey, shout out to the Lansing Journal. Shout out to Chris Gonzalez. He ate the crow, bro. I was wondering how much he would eat. He ate the crow. He admitted it was his fault. He admitted he didn't know. He even admitted that she was a young black woman. Where could I go wrong? Was kind of his thinking. I respect the fuck out of Chris Gonzalez, bro. That don't mean everything he did right, but in a situation where the motherfuckers been lying and shit when they been fucking up, like, respect. And now I see why the trustees do fuck with him. Cause I was kind of waiting to see if I could see what if this is how he is off cam, then I see why the trustees they fuck with him, is because they know, and they know more than we know that he didn't know. They know he didn't know. Because, bro, we've seen enough to where they would have said, Chris Gonzalez fucked this. Chris Gonzalez is in her pocket, and he fucked all this shit up on purpose. How come Andrew Holmes ain't said nothing yet if this nigga's at the crib? He can make everybody look so stupid right now. But you notice he ain't, he won't, he can't, and he's not going to. Not gonna happen. No, sir. Yeah, and look how goofy that shit is, succeeding. Look how dumb she is. She didn't invite none of them niggas, which I'm not saying that they would have went if invited. But now she wished they went. So she could at least try to blame some of this shit on them. They are in such an offensive position. And then y'all fell for that bitch going live in front. She went live in front of the police department and nobody has reported that. Nobody. Not one place of a bigger platform level has came out and said, hey, that video that she did, hey, she was out front of the police station. How come she ain't said this? Or nobody has said this? Nobody has said this? What happened to Trustee Steve? Nobody has told me. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to do some research on Steve. It's like, I don't know, disrespect to Steve, but he's kind of down the list right now because of just every fucking thing else, and the news won't stop. Andrew Holmes could have possibly done some other shit too. But what we do know is there is a criminal complaint filed against him right now. And the news is lying about it. So Dane Placco, you can't be trusted, nigga. Which I never thought you really could like that. Not like that. Because you got overlords and shit you gotta listen to. Thank you very much. I think I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. I gotta go to church tomorrow. Alta Mesa Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. And no, I don't live in Dallas. Go to church, rest up, cleanse my brain from Dalton for the day. And then we back at it. I gotta try to reach out to Dr. Cloud. There's a bunch of people we gotta talk to, because especially I want to talk to Dr. Cloud about this Andrew Holmes shit. If y'all know Dr. Cloud, let Dr. Cloud know that Shay will be hitting her Monday. I want to talk to her about Andrew Holmes. We've heard her talk. She knows some shit. But for now, say goodnight to your boy. Hit that like button. Shout out to everybody who hit the PayPal Cash App. As always, whenever you make a PayPal Cash App donation, your name will be featured on the board in the intro of the following show, which in this case will be Monday. Latasha, Shelby, Kendra, Kara, Succeeding, Wisdom, Steven. Anybody who try to argue with you about Andrew Holmes, just tell them to show you where somebody said the feds didn't come get him. Show the news, say it. I'm talking about anybody that was out there. Anybody that was at the police department. If they don't, you know why. Jerry, CEO. Janice, happy 3/16 day to everybody. Happy John 3/16 day. Going into Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Day. Why did she stay 6 months after seeing her friend stay just 1 week? Who are you referring to? If you did not see the intro, if you did not see my traditional drive-in to work, I suggest you watch it. It was one of the more fun ones I had fun doing. It was probably the easiest one, and it was the funnest. I ain't have to customize no car or nothing. I really just had, bro, I don't wear nothing but suits, so it was hard trying to figure out what athletic wear to wear. Yeah. Whenever Grand Theft Auto come on, that's the last thing before I start live. And I do it brand new every day. Like some days, if something happened, I miss or whatever, it's a repeat. But most days, it's a new one every day. Or I drive a new car, whatever. Today, I ran 14 blocks to work. Don't believe me? You can go back and watch. I ran 14 blocks to work. I ran 12 blocks and then 2 blocks over. This is a true story. I think the ground is going to shake on Monday. I guess we'll wait to see, won't we? Hit that like button, man. God is great, bro. Make sure you get up and say thank you tomorrow, man. Say a prayer, bro. You don't have to be in nobody's church house to say thank you to Jesus tomorrow, bro. Do that for Jesus for the one time. Send me that, Succeeding. I want to check that out. Steph, good night. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the old heads. Didn't I tell y'all what was going to happen when we left the other shit? I said that we would do it, and we did. Because God said that he would do it. And he did. I love y'all to death, man. What should I leave y'all with? I mean, obviously, we're going to play the intro. You know what? I got you. This is what we'll leave with. I'm still got a bounty. I need pictures before this.
Hey, Facebook. It's your girl, Tiffany Henyard, owner Good Burger. Hey, oh my God. It's been a long, long journey, but we finally made it. I got a surprise for y'all. Come on, follow me. Maybe I do Running Man Challenge though first for y'all. I got my new food truck. Check me out right here. So guess what?
Are those some fake ass Jordans?
An outdoor barbecue, a repass, a wedding, call me. Good Burger, Miss Good Burger that is, at 708-801-9082. And we'll pull up on the scene for you. Hey, got the
Shelby, I need to figure that shit out ASAP. Coffee is good, Wisdom. Ain't no fucking restaurant equipment in that motherfucker. Look at the tent on that bitch. They fucking in there. That's a whorehouse on wheels.
Yo, what's going on, boys? How are you?
Yo, dab me up.
Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
what's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside? Don't ski. These are the guys.
Good night, Burgundy.
I'm Octavius Gray. And I'm Steve. Steve LeVois. It's okay, I have vape in here, right?
Set the mood right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in a G-Class, I know you need that. Heart racing fast like the speed of light. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I can be for you. 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 You got me wrapped up in your love. Finding you is like a treasure. Making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special. What you did, who you were with, I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your success and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see
Barely.
what I can be for you. What I can be for you. What I can be for you.
Anywhere from 10 p.m. Eastern to midnight Eastern.
What I can be for you.
Every night, obviously breaking news, I come on early, but every night you can be looking for your boy around 10:30 Eastern. I'll be on the way if I'm not there yet. But then again, I'm probably lying.
Crushed it.
God is great. Of course we gotta check out Flipper, man. Kinda have to. I love y'all, man. Get some rest. God is great. I keep repeating it for a reason.